Trick has just decided to be sick. So, sick. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, just now, Trick decided to be weird and sick. So, cool. We're having a great time. And my nose is so runny today. I love this. Good morning, everybody. We're having a good fucking time. Oh, my nose is so fucked. The sun. Hello. Hello, sunshine. God damn it. Trick, no, he's doing the clingy thing. Like, he's literally standing under my desk by my legs. He just does this when his tummy gets fucked up, and I don't understand why his tummy's fucked up, but now he's literally just fully standing under my desk and won't go away. I love him so much, but like, what the fuck? He's been fine all day. What is going on? Good morning. Seriously, like, I sit down to go live and I couldn't even roll my chair in. He wouldn't get out of the way. Like, this is what he does when he doesn't feel good. And I love my dog. Like, I'm obviously here for him when he doesn't feel good, but damn, it's so annoying. Like, I can't do anything for him, but I can't function when he's just here. Really? Simba does the same thing. Yeah, it's so. See, and it's different. I know he's sick because it's different. When he wants attention, he, like, you guys know, he stands behind me, sits behind me, waits patiently, looks happy. This is different. He his tail curls under his ass and he just looks at me like he doesn't know what to do. And I'm sure he's got bubble guts or something, but he just won't get off my ass. I love him so much. Like, I feel bad being frustrated, but it's like, I don't know what to do for him. He's got bubble guts. What are you gonna do? Good morning. I hope you're all doing well. Sorry. It was like immediate just frustration. Like, I sat down and I was like, really, really, dude? Really, dude? Really? I love my dogs so much, but Jesus fucking Christ, dude. They've dogs, am I right? They're the best. I imagine it's like kids. I imagine it's the same feeling as people with kids. Like, you're all ready to go to work and your kid comes up to you and goes, "Mom, I don't feel," all over your work clothes. And you're just like, "I love you." Like, what do you do? You know what's seriously, Angel, I should go do that actually. He literally just decided to be sick this exact second. But I did, like, Danica gave me the idea to, I made that, like, pumpkin, it's like pumpkin chicken rice or whatever mixture, and I, like, smeared it into an ice cube tray so I could just knock ice cubes of it, like, of the, of the good into his food when his tummy's icky. So then I'm not having to make, like, an entire batch of it and take the fucking day off to, like, feed my dogs weird shit. I know. Ugh, good. I hope your day is going well. Good morning, everybody. Happy fucking whatever Wednesday. I got new weed. I got cool weed because, like, so normally I get the cheapest weed I possibly can, like that fucking $45 ounce or whatever, because, like, it's the same as the good it's, in my opinion, all weed gets you high. It's
Dave
like
has a very special pineapple for your
bit.
asshole.
Okay, that playlist has got to stop. It keeps playing not music. What the fuck is going on? That's not music. Um, Shiuku, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving a fucking anus its wings. I appreciate you. I think weed is like alcohol in that you can spend $5 on a half gallon of Burnett's, or you could spend $50 on Grey Goose. Both is gonna fuck you up equally, right? But one tastes like turpentine. It's similar to that with weed, but all weed tastes like weed. I don't think that, I mean, in my opinion, weed, pot, Stonies out there, tell me if it's the same for you. But in my opinion, the more expensive the weed, it doesn't necessarily taste better or, like, make me cough less or anything. Oh, yay. Oh, I love turkeys. We used to have a herd of turkeys in our yard when I was a kid. New weed, new me. Yeah. So normally I get an ounce. Like, I have a little bit of this. This normally it's like a $45 ounce. But my pot store, my dispensary has like they used to have a literal punch card, but now it's like in the system. It's a punch card system. So you spend a certain amount of money and then you get a $50 or $100 off your order. And so every couple of months, I get like a big discount on my orders. So then I go a little bonkers and I get fun weed. Just, you know, the more expensive stuff that looks fun, new strains and shit. It's weed, right? I know. You can only get so high. On the bright side, Viata, you can stare at them and say, "You bunch of turkeys, stop it." You have to gobble at them. Nuh-uh. Turkeys chased you? Okay, I grew up around I grew up in the middle of nowhere with herds of turkeys. I mean, hundreds. They never attacked. Like, what? Yeah, loyalty program. That's a good one. Yeah. There you go. Yep, build up enough points and get free weed. Yeah. So I'll show you the strains I got. I mean, seriously. So normally I get like one strain. I get unannounced because it's just so ridiculously inexpensive. Like the price difference. So normally I get like a $45 ounce. I know. Great for me, sucks for everybody else. I know it's disgusting. But this would have cost me like 250 bucks, same amount of weed. Still all gets you high, but I got my big fat discount. So I tried to get some fun new strains because why not? This one's called Full Metal Cherry. This fucking sticker. Full Metal cute. Full Metal Cherry. Apparently the flavor profile, they never match. I have no idea. Dried cherries, woody kush. Sure. Allegedly,
She has a very special pineapple for your asshole.
Molly. What? Shiuku, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Molly. Molly Usabot was the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. Re-up day is the best. I know. It's so exciting. Like, I cleaned my bong. She's so spotless and perfect. I still have the stoner bowl, please excuse. But the bong, I'm so ready for the new weed. But yeah, Full Metal Cherry I'd never tried before. Allegedly THC is 25.74%. Allegedly, we never know. It actually has a use by date, which is really interesting. Any other anything? No. No. Full Metal Cherry, whatever. Good morning, Rod. How are you? Good morning, Taco. 3 new smokes: Chemdog, Cadillac Rainbow, and Oakland Smith. Smith. I've never had Cadillac Rainbow or Oakland Piff. Are they good? Piff's not bad. Nice. Thank you, Shiuku. Fucking staring at them. These fuckers clean out my bird feeders. Oh, if they're gonna nest now after costing me hundreds in bird seed, you best believe I'm eating at least one of those fucks. Problem with wild turkeys is they're so lean, it's almost not worth it, in my personal opinion. My dad used to turkey hunt, and it was just they're so like lean. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of turkeys, but I get that they're eating all your shit. Okay. Full Metal Cherry, or what was it? Full Metal, yeah, Full Metal Cherry. The names crack me up. I mean, who knows what they are. And then I got acai. Acai. Does anybody else say acai in their brain when they read it? Acai berry gelato. I like berry strains and I like gelato strains. What are you allegedly? Oh, and then Full Metal Cherry, the brand. Who are you? 14er. They're all, I think brands are mostly state specific because weed can't cross state lines, but I don't know. This one's by 777. Acai berry gelato. Allegedly 29.48% THC. I don't understand. I mean, this is literally okay. CBD 0%, CBDA 0%, THCA 29.48% for a total THC of 26.58% for a grand total of 31.74. What the fuck any of that means, nobody knows. Sure. That's why I say allegedly, because sure. Chem cake is the other one. I think I've had chem strains and I've had cake strains, but I don't think I've ever had chem cake. Chem cake allegedly an indica, and then there's another one with the weird math that I don't understand. Allegedly 0% CBD, 0% CBDA, THCA 27.56% for a total THC of 24.17% for a grand total of 29.62%. Again, oh, sure. It's like fake math. Like I just don't. What's the math? Chemdog's a lovely strain, right? And I love like wedding cake strains are usually really, really nice as well. Oh, they're not wild. They're the neighbors. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did not put that together. I'm a moron. Oh, they're not. Oh, then fucking eat one. Fuck that. I know, Rod. It's. I mean, you can feel it. I'm sure you did when if you went out this morning with the dogs. I could feel it. Like it's that weird nip that means demon snow. Last strain I got. This is what I'm saying. Like normally I get a bag. This is the same amount of weed, but you end up. This is the exact same amount of weed I get in that bag. That one bag I normally get. The packaging is ridiculous. Each one of these only has 3.5 grams of weed in it. Excessive, in my opinion. I reuse the containers, like, for paint and stuff like that, but man, the trash that is created. Okay, last strain I got is by 710 Labs. And it is allegedly the strain, I liked the name, because Glut gave me a new, song or video or whatever last week by someone called Marshmallow, who literally has a marshmallow on their head, and this is called Marshmallow OG. I thought that was fun. And this one actually has the genetics on it. So the genetics are Chem D and Triangle Kush and Jet Fuel Gelato. I think I've had all of those strains actually. Blah blah blah. Total THC 21.94%. No math, no weird math. I mean, there's no like regulation on what you have to put on the containers, so it's just kind of like whatever they want to, and I have no idea why. Like the science of it, I don't understand at all. Hold on, I got the wholesome. Don't autoplay. I hate you. Stop it. Shut up. Anyways, good morning. You know what, Kinger? Honestly, it's so weird because, like, in the US, like, you know this, in the United States of America, weed is still considered a Schedule 1 or whatever, Schedule whatever drug, like heroin. And I think Biden's trying to make moves to get it out of that category simply because it's in that category means whatever's in that category is too dangerous to test. It's too dangerous to experiment with. Weed, marijuana, the thing that I light on fire and inhale every fucking day. So, in order to actually like test this kind of shit, that's why I say allegedly. Like there's no standardization for the testing of it or anything. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. Good morning, Ghetto. Good morning, LCT. How are you? Good morning, Vox. How are you? Good morning, Najio. Currently in the middle of a panic attack for like zero reason. I'm not cheersing to your panic attack, but I would care to cheers that away. The pointless ones are the shittiest, in my opinion. Like, it's nice that nothing's going on to cause anxiety, but also, like, what the fuck are you supposed to do about your anxiety if nothing's going on to cause it and you have it? Totally get it. It's the worst. Do I even have a lighter? Yes. My neck is tight. Cheers. It's federally legal. My muscle? My uncle works for a company that does government contracts, so I can't even talk about using weed around him. Yep. Yeah, it sucks. It's so weird that, like, I can cross a state line and suddenly I'm a felony. It's very weird. Stoner Bowl. I gotta cook it away. It's so burnt. I'm so ready for new weed. Yeah, it sucks the federal legality of it because, like, I watched a really interesting interview actually of this one woman who works for the government, and her sole job is to test weed, like experiment with it, see what can kill you, blah blah blah. She's like one of 3 people in the world legally allowed to do that. It sucks
Satan has a very special pineapple
because it's
for
just.
your
I mean,
asshole.
shut the fuck up. Anonymous gifter just gifted a sub to Peg Me Daddy Johnson.
Okay.
What's a lemon? I gotta cook my bowl. Hold on. Welcome, Peg Me Daddy Johnston to my stream. I don't want to say that. I don't like that. Troll accounts are the best, dude. People used to have wars with that back in the day. There's so many. I mean, people make it. I mean, back in the day, people would make accounts for that. There are so many alternate ClassyKatie accounts out there. It's kind of daunting. I also clean my big grinder. What should we grind up? I have too many strains. Now I have to pick one. Um, let's see. Indica, sativa, sativa. What are you? Nothing? You're not anything. Nothing? You just don't. Okay. Nothing? Marshmallow? Is that this one? That's the nothing. All right, let's do that. Deal. I normally don't have
Now,
choices.
I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
I don't even know why that exists. Thank you. Climax for. Oh my god. Daddy Rod. I mean, Rod, here's the thing. Someone obviously wants you to be their father. Like, I mean, if they're willing to give me money and subs to fuck with you, I'm down. Feel free to fuck with Rod. Mama needs gas in her car. I mean, let's be real. I couldn't be close friends with somebody who couldn't laugh at themselves. Rod and I are good friends because we're clowns who laugh at our own idiocy all day. And people that take themselves too seriously just drive me crazy. Like, the world is, we're just insects, you know? Like, get over it. Yes. Oh my god, yes, I want great news. Viper, always, you know me. For literally how long now? Dude, I honestly, I could never. I've never understood the daddy thing. Like, in a sexual context. I mean, in any context, honestly. Maybe that's the no dad thing. I don't know. I find it very weird. Like, you do you, boo boo. You're not hurt. Don't fuck your real dad. But like, you can call me mom when you're scared of me, but not in a sexual way. It's just weird. Not it. Yep, exactly. Robo, get out of my head. Exactly. Like, I have nothing wrong when people are like scared and they're like, okay, mom. Like, I do that. I call Viata mom when she scares me and she gets on my case. Like, I get it, but it's sexual shit is like, you gotta wonder. I mean, we've talked about this before, but you go to Pornhub, what are the top categories? Stepsister, stepmom, and teen. Check this. There's only 3 these pots. Wait, that's way more. This is just kidding. This one's actually really full. Normally they don't look like this. Crazy. Looks like little dickweeds. This must be sativa. It looks look at these little trees. They're so cute. Precious. Okay, where is Viper's good news? Oh wait. We know I blew out on my knee last May. Yep. I was able to jog for the first time. Shut the fuck up. Dude, that's less than a year. I'm grinding up weed right now, but we're cheersing to that. That's fucking amazing. I mean, seriously, No shit, Viper. I was just telling people, I've got a fucked up knee too. I blew my knee out on a treadmill. um, so I have this constant fear that my dogs are gonna run headfirst into my knees because they do like their sprinting thing. It happened right into my bad knee. I mean, I swear to God, it was Trick's skull versus my kneecap at full speed, and I just was like, ah! And this is how I die. No, classy mommy. No, I can't do it. Actually, I made like way back in the day when I first started streaming. All these cool streamers who I knew, like their parents were really down, and they would like come on stream with them and and like come and hang out in their chats and stuff. And so I was like, oh my god, maybe if I make my mom a screen name, she'll like want to come see what I do for a job. I was wrong, if that's not apparent, but her username is the classiest mama. She's out there. Well, I don't think she's ever signed into it, but I made it. I tried. It smells like lemony, but also like shit. Mm. That's Viper, we were talking about that yesterday. Like anybody who has dogs or is around dogs, we all have like the stance to stay away from them so they don't knock our knees out. Normally I stand up against a fence, like with my legs together, or I do like that wide bent knee stance because they sprint around me. And I'm constantly in fear because I've got a bad knee and I'm like, they're gonna do it. And he did it. He fucking did it. It was so bad. I mean, and he was unfazed, of course. I'm so excited for you, seriously. The freedom alone has got to feel incredible. They are. They're like the teeniest, tiniest little Christmas trees ever known to man. I love them. I don't mind the mommy daddy stuff when it's meant to be silly or a joke. Yes. If it's silly and a joke, like making fun of Rod and making usernames to call Rod daddy, as long as Rod isn't actually offended, you do you, boo boo. Like, get busy with it. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't know. I can't help but think you want to fuck your dad. Why else would you call the person your fucking daddy? Ugh. Whatever. You do you. Seriously. As long as you're not actually fucking your dad, I don't give a shit. I clean my bowl. It's so gross. Yeah, like Zeke, exact. And your mom coming out and shit. I mean, so many people. I mean, it's there are parents out there who want to be involved in their children's day to day, and it's crazy to me. What is that? Like, I tried. Didn't work, but I tried. Good morning, David. How are you, love? Oh, no shit. It was a dog that did me in too. Just know, yep. The relief and not having to fucking wear a brace every time you want to move. Yeah, it's the taboo aspect of it. I understand. And like, it's not hurting anybody. If that's your thing, you do you. I could never. If someone was like, I'd really be into it if you called me daddy, I'd be like, I'd really be into it if you got the fuck out of my house. Cause no. I'm just so. Oh my God, Rod, do we get an allowance now? Money, please. Do it. I mean, honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like, to each their own. I mean, there's a lot of shit I mean, if we dived into it, we could probably figure out why we're into it. But do we want to know? Right? I don't think I need to know. I'm just gonna enjoy what I enjoy and not look into where it came from. Dude, the money that show is phenomenal. I have that sound effect somewhere. The money, please. It exists. Call me T-Rex because I'm about to tear that ass like a JP Jeep.
Holy Jesus.
Shiyuku, thank you for gifting a sub in the chat. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Because nothing is sexier than pure sober consent. Enjoy your emotes. Yeah, the bits alert. Money, please. I've have it on there somewhere. I think I found it when I was going through my shit. Isn't it Parks and Rec, right? Yeah, it's Parks and Rec. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. What is that actress's Jenny? Jenny. Jenny. Oh, Jenny. I know she's so funny. I love her. I've watched her stand up multiple times. She is so funny. Oh my gosh, Jenny Slate. Oh my god, thank you, Jenny Slate. Her stand up is really good. She has a whole bit about she's my age, so I totally identified, but she has a whole bit about being named Jenny. And like I have never identified harder to a name bit. She's like, "Have you ever met a Jennifer? Jennifer is put together. Jennifer enters a room with purpose. Jennifer has her shit together or whatever. Jenny is a fucking mess, and I feel this way. Catherine, she's a doctor. Catherine, she's a mother. Catherine, she's someone you look up to. Katie is the little girl next door that can't stop tucking her skirt into her underwear. It's like we all got child names. There's some statistic like about kids in the 80s. Like over 50% of us have an E at the end of our name because our parents wanted to keep us infantile forever. Brittany, Tiffany, Katie. It's interesting. But she has a really funny skit about it, and it's fucking cracks me up. Dude, why? Are you doing good? Are you cool? Do you need a handhold? Katie stands outside your house at weird hours. Katie is that weird kid walking the streets in the middle of the night that you warn your kids about. Katie rolls rocks to look for bugs. Catherine gets up when her alarm goes off and brushes her teeth first thing in the morning, drinks water and stretches. Katie has an existential fucking panic attack. You know, I was never a glue eater. But I don't know what it is. I know so many of you like had paste or glue in your like pods in elementary school. I never did. Never saw a paste pod in my life to even be available for the munching. Never ate paste. I know. I wasn't that kid. I was the kid that this is a true story. I found a really cool bug at recess. So I kept it. The next class after recess was PE. And we didn't even go to our class. We just went straight to PE. I literally like herded that bug and kept it near me in PE for an hour. Brought it back to the classroom, kept it in my desk all day, brought it home. Like I'm that kid alive. Like that was me. I was the kid that found a cool beetle and would like, you know, that I was that kid. Bugs, definitely. Like every little girl would be like, "Oh my god, it's a snake," and I'd be like, "What?" Like holding it. Ghetto, no shit, it's real. What up, Japita? How you doing, honey bean? Sean's a good name. I like the name Sean. I stole this from your Discord from someone else, but I need to share it here because I got it. I got it. Yeah, I never knew a paste eater, but there were I mean, I don't know why I was always a boy, but there were boys in my class that would be like, "Oh, you have chapstick?" and they'd steal it from you and eat it. Like they'd roll up your chapstick and just fucking eat it. I don't know what the fuck was that. A bug kidnapper I was. A bug napper, if you will. I still remember the bug. It was a little tiny beetle, but it was gold. It was a gold beetle. I was fascinated by it. I was in second grade, mind you. Second grade. I was the quiet kid in the back that intimidated my seventh.
What the fucking fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking fucks? Fuck! It certainly illustrates the diversity of the word.
Kills. What a good alert. Thank you for subbing the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swings for
50 months, holy shit. That's a long time. I fucking appreciate you.
Boys, it was like they just want. I don't know what it was. Like some boys would like pour milk on their cheeseburger and eat it for attention. I don't know what the fuck that was. Named my daughter Elizabeth. Like that name because she has many nicknames to choose from. Right now she's 2 years old and she's a Lizzie. She's also Ellie, Beth, Liz, Betty. I love that. I was seriously something that I always bothered me as a kid was I was named a nickname. Like I was named Katie, but all the women in my family that I was named after are Catherines that go by Katie. And all my siblings have nicknames. But because I was literally named a nickname, never got a nickname, I was like, there's Katester. That's it. Hey, what's going on, Katester? Oh, stop it. Eating chapstick. I think it was just a way to get attention and be weird. They'd literally grab your chapstick, roll it all the way up, bite it off, and hand you the empty thing back. It was a thing. It happened to me multiple times. Like, I'd have to hide my chapstick. It was weird. It was weird. It was fucking weird. Zag, I was gonna say, so I definitely wanted to be that kid. I still think this is one of the funny, I mean, I was such a conundrum child. So, because I was like smart-ish, I would get decent grades. And our teachers in middle school, the way they would let us like choose our seats, our assigned seat for the rest of the quarter or whatever, was based on your GPA. So like kids that had the best grades got to pick their seats first. It was probably really inappropriate because you suddenly just knew everybody's grade, but whatever. And me and my best friend would sit in the very, very back corner, but within a week, I'd have my desk butted up against the front of the teacher's desk because I couldn't stop talking. I'm the distraction.
Welcome.
Did you take your joy today?
Let's try new weed,
Never
shall we?
forget to take your
Cheers.
joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
Very herby. I know, David. It's kind of, I think about that sometimes. Like, I've never been good at being around other people and being quiet. Like, if other people are around, I kind of want to interact with them. I still remember I was like first grade, first or second. I know it was first grade. And it's first grade. So, like, we had workbooks or something like that you would do math in or something. And I remember very specifically raising my hand and being like, can I do my work at home? And my teacher was like, why? And I was like, because my friends are here. And I couldn't understand why I had to do my work here when I'm surrounded by all my friends. Like, why couldn't I do it at home when I was alone? And it like ended up in an argument with my first grade teacher over this. I remember doing that. That's so weird. But it really didn't make sense to me. I was, what the fuck is going on? Getting ready for that Me Too. I love Boondock Saints. Zach hates it. I had classmates like that. I think it was because they were like, look at this weird thing I'm doing. Aren't I fun? They either turn into a weird kid or the fun kid. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. What up, Theory? I hope you're doing well, Honeybean. I've gone by Kate. It feels more like a second name. Some people just choose to call me Kate. Like, I don't know if you'd even consider that a nickname, but like a lot of the times when I worked at hospitals, because Katie sounds really childlike, I think people get uncomfortable thinking that the person in charge of them is named Katie. So a lot of doctors would call me Kate. They just like naturally start to call me something like that. It was interesting. I wonder if that's a mental thing.
Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking.
Great timing.
Two fucking fucks. Fuck!
Well, it certainly illustrates the diversity of the word.
My mom named me Amanda because she wanted to name me Mandy, but that's a nickname. So I got Amanda, but I'm Mandy to literally everyone. And that's like literally my mom, it's so fucked up. Like, my mom had me and my dad went and filled out the birth certificate. Like, not behind her back, but like they discussed what my name was going to be and then he just did something else. So, like, I ended up named after his murdered best friend instead of all the women in my family named Catherine. So fucked up. My youngest, Blake, I like that name. When he was learning to talk, he couldn't say Blake, so he'd thump his chest and say, I'm Beak. Oh my God. That is so cute, though. I mean, Luna, every day's Friday if you're brave enough. I'm the same kind of. I'm reserved when I'm first meeting people. Once I get to know you well enough, Party Revoltscon comes out. I don't know, I enjoy people. I like talking to people and learning their story or whatever. Shiuku gifted a sub to Japita. Japita, use a butt was the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Shiuku, you're way too kind. Thank you. I mean, when people use your full name, isn't that literally like what your mom does when you're in trouble? There's a tone to it. I could do, all of my aunts and my mom, Katie Renee, in that exact tone. Katie Renee. What? No! Ooh. Good morning, Luna. How are you, love? You can call me Blake or you can call me Robo. Just don't ever call me late for dinner. But, shut the fuck up. Katie drinks Starbucks and Ugg boots during every month and twice as much in October. Katie has an Instagram and half of the pictures are just like leaves. Christopher, it sounds like Catherine, like very purposeful, or I don't know. Catherine is like my in trouble name, like, God damn it, Catherine. Not, I don't know, it feels odd. Could feel a little too familiar for some situations. I mean, possibly. Your name was calculated? What do you mean? Murdered best friend? No shit. Yeah. My dad's, it's the craziest story. This dude, Ard, my dad's college best friend, and she testified, put him in jail and everything. X amount of years later, she's married, has a kid. He gets out on parole. The day he gets out on parole, hunts her to her house and slaughters her and her daughter. And my parents were their neighbors at the time. Like, this guy went through our backyard and my sisters saw him, but like it's those kind of like neighborhoods where all the backyards are connected. So it was really common to see someone go through your backyard to get their lawnmower out of their shed or something. So they didn't say anything. And he was literally like hiking over to slaughter the neighbors. Crazy. Yeah, but that's where I got my name. He named me after those bitches. I mean, by bitches, I mean badass women who probably deserved a lot more life than they got. But yeah, he was actually the last dude to ever be executed in Washington State for his crime. Something Campbell. Charles Campbell, I believe, was his name. You can Google him. It's fucked up. Catherine Renee. It's that uplift on the Renee. It's just like, and the I, they do that I tilt, and you're like, oh, fuck, what did I do? Yeah, exactly. When your middle name comes out, it's you've done something wrong or you ignored them too long. My wife's the only person who uses my actual name, and it's usually when I'm being annoying or in trouble. I hate how real that is. I've never heard my middle name as someone else's ever. Really? You have like a unique middle name? Lucky. I always kind of liked my middle name just because it's the unique Renee spelling. Like, not as American. It's the Renee. David and I match in that. My parents named my older brother Craig, first child, unplanned. Then 13 months later, they had me. Totally planned. Both Craig and I got our names because parents didn't want us to have nicknames. Really? I'm gonna call you Blakey. I won't do that. I hate it already. So sorry. Only parents and girlfriend. You know what's funny? Zach says I'm the only person in his life who calls him Zach. Even his mom calls him Zeke. It's so weird how that's like adopted to his like persona. It's official. My son has been diagnosed with autism level 1. I don't know how to process it. I mean, you know that doesn't mean anything's different about your son. Your son's still the exact same kid he's always been. I think of it like whenever I get a diagnosis or something like that, I think of it like seeing an x-ray of a bone inside my body. Like, The bone has always been there, but I can't fucking see it without an x-ray. So it's like, oh, cool, look at that bone. But it's always been there. It's just like, now you can see it. Is he really? Do you guys have any options for like actual special education, not just stick them in a room with a workbook and forget about them kind of special education, like what we grew up with? I don't know how it is anymore. But I completely identify with that. I mean, it sucks. School sucks. I get whiplash anytime my boo says my real name because we always call each other babe and such. Yes, I do indeed have a regular, unique first and middle name. Dude, that's cool. I'm so jealous. I always wanted that. All me and my siblings, I swear to fuck, it's like my parents, like if Google existed in the 80s, they would have Googled, what are the top names this year? And that's what we all got. We have the most basic fucking American names imaginable. All of us. Except Joshua. She got a cool one. I know, I'm fancy in French with that special little accented E. You know what? You want to know what's funny? Until I started streaming, I thought that little accent was an umlaut because my mom told me that's what it was my entire life. That is not an umlaut. Like, she didn't know what she named me. Bless her heart. Bless her silly heart. Love her so much. But no shit, I started streaming and said something about, yeah, my name's Renee with that umlaut. And everybody who's like from anywhere, Northern Europe was like, no, Katie. Oh dear, no. And I was like, what? I'm just a Katie though. You learn a lot when you get to talk to people actually from other countries. It's crazy. You really do. Good. Najil, at least you have those. That's why I ask if you even have those resources. Because I'm sure your schools were similar to mine in that, like, if you had any sort of learning disability that your school was aware of, they just stuck you in a classroom with a parent volunteer and gave you a workbook and forgot about you as a human. That was special education in every school I was ever in as a kid. So my parents, I mean, they just struggled with me at home and didn't let the school know of any of my learning disabilities because, like, God forbid, I was just shuffled off, which is so shitty because I just felt stupid. But I mean, at least I wasn't. I don't know. I don't know what would have been better, honestly. My lady love calls me anything other than V, babe, or something like that. I know I done fucked up. Oh, yeah. One-on-one is huge. I mean, that's the thing, like, that takes, I think, that one-on-one attention. That's what, it took me until I was in my mid-20s to actually have that kind of attention for someone a therapist to be like, you're not stupid. The system isn't built to cater to any type of thinking except for one very linear type of learning. And teachers are so overloaded with students and, overworked and underpaid that they don't have the time or like emotional, physical resources to dedicate to students who have alternative learning. Wait, it doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you have to learn in a different way. And that's it. That's it. That's the end of it, really. That's it. I just learn different. Your son just learns different. Thank fuck. I mean, I don't know how old your son is, but I'm grateful at least that you're looking into it now. I don't know what I would be like today had I had the resources when I was younger to like actually get help before my college years, you know? But I look back at just like my daily consistent struggles and just like 24/7 self-deprecation because I've talked about this before, but you go to school and you follow the recipe you're given by the world. Go to school, show up on time, pay attention, take notes, do your homework, you should pass tests and be A-okay. You follow that recipe and get an F. And as a child, suddenly your entire world is like distrust of every system ever that comes at you because you're fucking lying to me. I did what you said, didn't turn out the right, and now I'm being punished for following your recipe and not getting the right result. It's like I followed the cake recipe and a potato came out of the oven. It fucking sucks. I went through so many years of my life just sitting there boggling this, like, how come everyone else can do it? Like, the most idiotic children in my class could apply and get better grades than me, and I was, like, killing myself studying for stuff. I was studying the wrong way. I just didn't know. I had no one in my life to tell me, you know what? Maybe you're not a note card kid. It was just like, note cards are the way you learn. Everybody should do note cards. I do not learn with note cards at all. Period. I don't have rote memorization to words like that. And it sucks. And I'm happy that your kid is actually like just being aware that something was different about me at a young age would have helped me, as opposed to just going through it being like, I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking moron. That's got to be it, because I don't have anything else. You know? It sucks, but I don't know. I think it's better to have something to work with, as opposed to just being weird Katie. Oh, that's just weird Katie. She's just weird. Don't be weird. You don't be weird. Bastards. My chat just jumped. Sorry. My mom and grandma have like a family middle name that they both hate. And yeah, my mom has doggos that she gives them the middle name. Dude, my family has a family name that they stopped and they hate. I don't know. I don't hate it. I kind of like old-timey names, but my nana's name was Ethel and her mom's name was Ethel, and I have an aunt Ethel, and my aunt Ethel is the youngest of the Ethels, Ethel Catherine, which is where I should have got my name. And she vowed never. She hates her name so much, like beyond reason. They hate their name for some reason, and so it ended. But I kind of like. I think my love for my nana and my aunt makes me love the name.
Now, I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Robo, thank you for gifting a sub to Ghetto. In Ghetto, use a bow was the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. I fucking appreciate you. That is just. You're just too sensitive. Can you get over it? Everyone's having a good time and you're really bringing us down. How are you, Allie Love? Rote memorization, that's me. It doesn't stick because it's boring. You're not allowed to be anything other than the cookie cutter. I mean, that's what I think they still tell people that, but when I was a kid, that was just, it wasn't, we were told, it was just like known. Like, if you don't fit the cookie cutter mold, go work. I mean, get out of the system because you're wasting our time. I was in high school in the 2000s. They legit thought I was the R word. Yep. And tried to cut me off from the rest of the school because I learned differently than a lot of people. That and I was weirdly myself. Still am. That same. Hard same. Hard same. Figure this out. I use my Prime on CK religiously. My sub is expired, but my Prime's not available. Ghetto, this happens to Viata, I swear to God, almost every month. There's some turnover of like 6 hours or something. I mean, I think it varies. But this happens, it's not just you. Multiple people have had this issue where this is exactly what happens. It's so bizarre. Like, and I think it's always with a Prime sub. But there's this fucking cooldown where it's a couple hours, you just don't get your sub. It's so weird. You're not the only one, though. Edna, I love that. Howard, we had a lot of Georges. Georges and Catherines. I'm like the 11th Catherine or some bullshit like that. Marianne. I love that name. How are you, Allie? I hope you're doing well. Good. 5-hour walk. Ooh, fuck yes. We've got some videos to watch. I'm actually really excited. Good vibes, I think. Yeah, fit in this square box or else. Yep, or else you're broken and we're going to shuffle you off. I had this teacher in school tell me that I wasn't going to make it if I went to college. And at first I was super upset with her, but now I'm really glad I never went because I know I would have struggled and all the money I would have lost. Honestly, if I could go back and do it, I wish I would have been more on the up and up about the different types of further education you can do. Because I don't regret any of my continuing education. I regret the disgusting amount of loans I paid on for so long and the stress that it gave me and probably some disorders. But like, I don't regret, I mean, there's no, education's invaluable, right? Like, I think we all think that. It's great to learn. It just shouldn't make you go into poverty before you're 25. You know, we shouldn't be thrusting children into the world and then guilting them into buying houses and having kids when they're spending over $2,000 a month on student loans just to scrape the principal balance. You know what I'm saying? Not that that's a personal experience of mine or anything.
But for real, though.
Education's amazing, but like so baby. I mean, when you're 18, you're a fucking child. Let's be real. We're not adults. I mean, we're fetuses. I had no idea there was like different types of college or continuing education. For instance, I would have never gone to a university. I would have just gone to a trade school. 2 years and done. 2 years and done. Meanwhile, I'm going to a university where I kind of know what I want to do, but they keep forcing me to take all these goddamn general education requirement credits to broaden my horizon or whatever, because high school can't manage to do that for free for some reason. So you end up spending like $20,000 on intro to cinema, Greek history, interesting classes, but I paid $5,000 to watch American Beauty with some dude on a podium talking about it for a quarter. You know, trade school, none of that bullshit. You just fucking go into what you want to do. Get out and start your life. I feel like I didn't get out of school until I was 27. That's insane because I just kept completing degrees and being like that. I don't know what to do with it now. Like I had no direction. Half of the college degrees you get, like they convince you that you need these degrees to get a job, but you come out with a degree and everybody's like, what are you going to do with that? You need 8 years of experience for this entry level job with minimum wage. Bitch, what? Whereas with medicine, your clinical years and all of your resident years, those count as your experience. So when you pop out with your actual license, you do have 8 years of experience to get into a job. Because it's a trade. It's a physical fucking trade. Ugh, infuriating. Oh, he died before you were born? The 11th Catherine sounds like a pretty interesting book. Dude, it would probably be interesting, but like in the dark way, considering it was severely Irish Catholic. The way my Nana talks about her childhood, it's one of those. There's a movie that came out a few years back. Oh God, it was like the Magdalene sisters or something, but it was like a period piece. I think it was placed in the 50s or 40s or something of an Irish Catholic or Irish Catholic boarding school in Ireland. It's super familiar. It's super similar to oh God, I can't. And I imagine it just gets worse and worse. Like the further you go back, it's probably pretty dark. Catholic women, ugh, crazy. I didn't even know where you were doing your Prime subs anymore. They did. They hit it. Oh my gosh. Yes, David. Thank you for bringing that up. I've been trying to talk about that every day because they did. They hit it. Did someone? I haven't actually looked for it because I haven't had to use it yet. Oh fuck. Yeah, there it is. It's the elevate your subscriptions section with all your tiers. Yeah, they kind of like changed that shit. I know, it's very sneaky. Dan, exactly. And that's all my brothers and my dad, all trade workers. They were all making almost $50 an hour before they were 30 years old. Like my brother Nick could retire. Meanwhile, I went and got chemistry degree, psychology degree, respiratory degree, did my residency, worked for some years, like suffered. It's just not. I mean, they like their jobs are destroying their bodies. Let's be real, their jobs aren't easy. But it's, they're all welders, they're underwater welders. So they like my dad's a foreman at this point. Actually, he just retired, but he was a foreman at this point, so he was really raking it like 75 an hour or something like that. But all my brothers can weld underwater and shit, so they're just like indispensable. They build water treatment plants and shit like that, and I'm just jealous. No shit, turned down a full ride to a 7-year chemical engineering degree to pursue my passion and went to jazz school. Graduated in 2007 with the financial crisis that destroyed any chance of finding a livelihood in music. That shit happened while I was in school. I don't know if they're considered divers. You know what, David? That's probably even more unique. Like people that go diving under. My brothers and my dad, they build water treatment plants. So like the plants that treat our shit water, essentially, they build those. Big like concrete plants that you'll often see the big pools of water outside of the shit pools. They build those. And so they have to be able to go in and like weld pipes underwater, but I don't think they actually fully submerge. I don't think so. I don't think so. My dad's actually pretty afraid of deep water. I don't think he could do it. Exact, Dan, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm sure, do you feel this? Like I feel like At least where we grew up in Eastern Washington where you get pretty severe weather in the wintertime. So there's not usually work. So my dad and all my brothers usually work like this chunk of the year. And then once the weather gets too inclement, freezing rain or snow, they can't work anymore. And they're usually like off for like 4 months a year in the wintertime where they don't have work like at all. And it's like their body suddenly just breaks. It's like they don't, if they keep going, they're fine. But the moment they rest, it's crazy. It's like all of a sudden they're in the hospital, like everything hurts and is in existential pain. And I don't know what the fuck that is. I was amazing at math until some fuckwad mixed the alphabet in with the numbers and broke everything. I still don't, I mean, who's used algebra? My stepmom's father was a skilled tradesman that didn't finish high school. He fabricated replacement flight surface panels for A-10 war dogs. Warthogs, Katie. Jesus, I almost said warthogs. One of only 2 shops that did, and I'm not kidding you. No, I'm the first. Am I? Yeah, I'm the first of 8. I'm the second youngest, and I'm the first of 8 to graduate high school. And every single sibling of mine makes more money than I have ever made in my life. Like, they're all rolling. The system's kind of a trick, I think. I think it's kind of a trick. Oh, no, I haven't. Allie, oh my God, I don't know what it is because we haven't had snow for a bit. We're supposed to get snow today really bad. We haven't had snow for a bit, but no shit, my mom sent me a birthday card on March 1st, and it didn't show up until the 11th. I don't know what the fuck is with the mail here. A card. Just a card. And that was from Washington to Colorado. The mail, I don't know. It existentially slow as fuck for some reason. She was pissed. She thought it got lost. I mean, there's no fucking way. A card, a letter? Taking 10 days? Did it go on a train around the world, for fuck's sake? Basic math, absolutely. Geometry, I can absolutely see. I mean, I guess geometry kind of incorporates a lot of algebra, right? The only time I used algebra was in other math classes. I feel like I needed algebra just to complete other math classes that I also didn't need. Like, to do a chem degree, you have to go all the way through linear algebra. Why the fuck? That's coding math. I've never used linear algebra in my life. I still have little crises about it before I go to sleep sometimes, but, like, never in my life have I used that shit. Like, that's coding language. That's literally, I think, that's what coding is, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I do not code. But every single person in my class was a boy, and they were coders. Not like the people who repair underwater pipelines and stuff like that, because that seems like, yes, not that, but they do have to repair pipelines underwater in the treatment plants. Like, it's so gross. So 9 times out of 10, my dad never was in contact with fecal matter or like anything actually. He was building those plants, but because we lived in Washington State for so long, he'd been working there for like 40 plus years. If a pipe burst in one of the plants he had previously helped build, they would absolutely contact him and he would go in and he'd have to go under shit and weld it back together. Those were the days where you would just hear Dad's car come into the driveway and he'd be on the back porch and he'd come in, he'd just poke his head in and be like, "Don't come out here," and close the door because he'd strip naked outside and then like run up to his shower because he'd be shitty. We had a mudroom that fully served its purpose, let me tell you. Crazy. But I don't think they're fully submerged. Like, I don't think he's ever had to use, like, breathing equipment or anything. It's like my dad loves to watch that show, Dirtiest Jobs or whatever, and he just sits there with, like, popcorn and laughs at it. Like, he thinks it's funny. It's so fucked. I'm from Northern Canada. Oh God, cold. Moved south and it's weird to me that here they stop working when it's cold. I haven't been able to feel my fingers since I was 16. I know. That's my dad's opinion is the same. My dad said it for years, and my brothers at the same time. They'd much rather work in the freezing temperatures than in the summer. The summers when it's horrific. I mean, cold, like you get moving and shit, and when you're cold, whatever. But the summers, dude, 120 degrees out there. And I mean, you guys know if you've ever seen construction workers out there, they have to be in full head to toe gear. I mean, he's in full ass fucking Carhartt onesie in 100 some degree weather. Fuck that in the butt. Like, people know what I did for a living. They're like, oh my God, that must have been really hard. And I'm like, yeah, but sometimes my dad cooks like a piece of bacon. So, whatever. They try to make us think they can work, that we can work smarter and not harder. The reality is you have to work hard and get smart. Yeah, I know. It's very sad. It's a very broken fucking system. I use algebra sometimes in my hobbies, geometry, and some of my art. I'm thinking I kind of do. I hate math so much. I don't want to be on math's side. Like, I love math and I hate math. Math is beautiful because it's works. But I had so many years before a teacher recognized that I was special and just needed to learn differently that I struggled really, really hard with math and thought I was just broken or something. So I have a lot of disdain for math. But once you have a teacher that actually gives you special attention and teaches you how to do it, it's kind of beautiful. Oh God, I think I use it like all the time in sewing. Fuck. Hi, Vex. How are you, love? They do wear something like a hazmat suit, but even so, it's kind of I kind of felt the same working at the hospital. Like when you go into surgery, we wear the bunny suits. I think I've shown you guys a picture of me and my mom in matching bunny suits together. Like my first time ever going to surgery. It's the big white zip up, like with the. It looks like the shit from movies where they're going through, hazmat, but it's not all blown up or anything. We wear those a lot. But even if I wore that over my scrubs, if I was in a room with something communicable, I wouldn't bring my scrubs in the house. Just wouldn't trust it. And I felt like my dad was the same. He's like, you just never know. And his boots would probably be shitty. I think his boots did not get covered. I think his boots would be shitty as fuck. I don't know. It was gnarly. We didn't ask a lot because it was pretty fucked up. Mishy.
Use them wait, what are they called now? Use them enhanced subs.
Fucking Jeff and his crusty ass G string. Don't forget to use your enhanced subs, aka Prime subs. They hid them. Every time you forget to use it, Jeff Bezos gets a lovely $5 bill shoved up his crunchy G string. Why is it crispy? Nobody knows. Stop it. Bitch makes billions and does nothing for the universe. Give it to a streamer who needs it. I appreciate you. I know. I'm feeling like I was literally like, I own like 9 rulers of varying use. Like, I think I'm a mather. Fuck. I didn't want to be on math side. I've been a software engineer for 30 years. I only ever used linear algebra once on a personal project just before I retired. So what is the point of linear algebra? It's needed for coding, but also a ton of other math too. What is the main? I'm just curious, like, what's the? Because I mean, I'm sure they had. Honestly, I have no idea why. Maybe if I went on in chemistry and worked in like biomechanics or something, I would need linear algebra. I don't know why. Like, who uses linear algebra? Like, actually, genetics? I don't know. I didn't use it in chemistry, I'll tell you that, at all. I have no idea. Like, it was very bizarre. I really questioned why the fuck it was required. I was like, the hell? There's only 3 people in this class. Help me. Maybe surveyors, actually. Well, would they? Oh, probability. Yeah. Logic? I bet it's probability structure. Yeah, no. That gave me nasty, sweaty chills up my spine. you know what, Kona? Honestly, for me, calculus just felt like learning how to use a calculator. You're learning how to use a scientific calculator. That is calculus. For me, that's all it was. I feel like. What anybody else feel that way? It was like how some classes were just like, oh, this is we're learning how to use Excel today. Like calculus was just like it was all calculator shit. It was just how to put it in the right order with the right parentheses and shit and in the right whatever so that it would calculate correctly. And then writing all your work down. I felt like it was just learning how to use a calculator because honestly, it's a whole lot of like, cosine, sine, and tangent and shit like that. Huge, massive numbers that either aren't defined or undefinable or whatever that are memorable, so you have to use a calculator or something. Workwear to gloves. Oh, D gloves, Katie. D evolves into boots and jeans, the thinnest shirt you can find, or underwear and baggy thin overalls. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. It's a way of life, I think, honestly. Prime subs are like V cards. You can only give them to one special person. But you get to do it over and over again. That's kind of hot. Sorry. Profit is by definition the difference between the value created by a worker and the price the company collects for the value. Rise up, keep 100% of it. Dude, for real. They changed Prime to where you still get ads and you need to pay more to get rid of them. Is that real? That would be fucked up. For comp sci, it's more about the theory and how early still use today algorithms were developed. Interesting. Other than probability stuff, I can't come up with why linear algebra. I really thought it was for coding and stuff because it seems like a new language, but in a graph or something. I don't know. It's been years. I only had to do one linear algebra class, and it was, barely 2 years ago. It was like 15 years ago. I'm old. I barely remember any of it, but I remember it was a whole lot of like graph paper. I still use that graph paper though. Jesus. Because I'm me, I of course decoupaged the fuck out of it because it's my sewing thing. But anybody else familiar with these goddamn books? This is the best paper that's ever papered. I thank linear algebra for the discovery of these. You know the ones. They're red, but I did this because I'm a nerd. But you know the ones. These guys, it's just like, I don't help. What are these called? They're the best. And this is all I could use in linear algebra, and I don't remember what they're even called. Because I fucking painted it. It's graph paper, but there's a specific name of this. It's like a comp book, but it's specifically meant for like engineers, linear algebra, heavy duty math and shit like that. Oh god. I cannot remember what dude, I see them all the time. It's just like I'm so familiar with what they look like. I don't even read what like the label on it says anymore. And I fucked up the whole inside, so there's no label at all. But they're just like these big red, like a comp book, but they're huge like this. Like this is way bigger than a comp book. I have comp books everywhere, and they're specifically meant for like computer engineer and computer science majors, I think. But we had to get them for linear algebra, and I've been obsessed ever since. I use them almost exclusively because the paper is so high quality and thick. You can write in um like gel ink and it doesn't soak through. You can write on both sides of all the paper in anything and it doesn't soak through. It's incredible. Like there's no paper like that ever. I've never found it anywhere. But they're like $15 a pop. They are really expensive. I use them for sewing. Like I do my sewing journal stuff in here because I have to write over what I've done so many times. The paper doesn't break down. So I do like this kind of stuff. It's a lab book, and it's like there's a specific name for it, though, and I just want to tell you guys if you are like me and you're picky about what you write on, because it's really high quality paper, and it'll come to me. They're great. I'm really regretting putting all that cool decoupage on the front now, because then I could tell you what the fuck it is. But I don't know. Oh, no shit. In the days before laser printers, we used that grid paper to draw forms. The grid is a light blue, so it doesn't come out on a photocopier. I didn't know that. That's actually kind of fascinating. My dad has to use that paper too. He also has one of those pens that can write in water and upside down and whatever. Because, yeah, sometimes he's on his back writing things against something like a ceiling. His job, I mean, I get a little feisty. It's a composition book, but it's like. So this is a normal comp book, right? Normal comp book with like normal thin ass shitty paper that shows through if you write on it with anything other than the saddest pencil ever in existence. And then there's this one. Thick yellowish paper with the pale blue lines specifically. It's kind of yellow. The paper is like very high quality. It's specifically meant for like engineers, I think. It's like a something comp book, but this is the difference. She a thick bitch. Shitty paper, really good paper. 99 cents, $15. Different. Very different. But I think they're both comp sci books. Just like this one's called something specific. And if you like that kind of shit, I just wanted to tell you what it was. Maybe in the back. Hold on. Why did she? No. Nothing. Really? This shit needs to sell itself harder. Ooh, be safe, Zag. Be safe. Yeah, she thinks seriously, it's such nice paper. I mean, like I do a lot of like this kind of shit. And if it wasn't for this paper, the glue stick would basically like break down the paper and make it wobble. But the paper's so nice you can glue shit on it and it doesn't wobble. You know what I'm saying? It's good shit. I just really hold on. Good paper is expensive, and to me it's worth it if you're writing shit that you want to keep. Like that's where I put long-term like sewing notes and shit. I print out a small version of the pattern I'm making and I write notes as I'm sewing a pattern, stuff like that. It's something I'm going to keep. So it's worth it to me. I have an obsession with pens, yes. Oh my god, I have buckets. Yeah, I have to stop myself. I'm not allowed more pens. Come on, is there anything better than writing with a good pen on good paper? Like just that smooth fucking experience where you're just writing something real quick and you're like all of a sudden want to write a lot more because you're like, wow. You so fancy, dude. I'm stir crazy, man. Have you seen my desk, David? I decoupaged my desk. It's fucking crazy. I ripped up a bunch of old medical books I had. So it's like a whole bunch of medical stuff all over it and like body parts. But I'm like a couple years back, I accidentally spilled. Was it acetone? Oh no, it was the bong incident. One of my bongs had like a fissure crack, and I left it on my desk all night. And that crack let the water just like seep out of it slow enough, and on a desk mat, which was the true like downfall of it. And it just like bong water soaked through my desk. So I had to take a sander and like a Dremel and drill out all the nasty soaked wood and everything and fill it. It was a nightmare, but I am so like type A. I can't stand like I couldn't get it perfect. Like paint like getting it perfectly smooth, perfectly even the way it was before and painting it matte black. You could see everything. You could see any, matte shows all the everythings, right? And I just got to a point where I was sick of redoing it because I was obsessed with the fact that it didn't look right. That I fucking like collaged. I like what's it called when you make? I mood boarded it, but then decoupaged the fuck out of it, and then also coated the entire thing in like a waterproof sealant, so it's good now. But like I can literally flip part of my desk mat, and I've got a full periodic table on here just for reference. I've got a human body with like all the parts like cut in half. I've got all sorts of shit. It's pretty I just have to stay busy all the time. I actually tweeted a picture of it a while back because I was kind of proud of it, David. I was thinking it was a bit though. I'd have to scroll through my tweeters. If you're ever bored, it's out there. When I was close to finishing it, I tweeted about it and was like, "I'm that's me." Sorry, that was my computer. I clicked on something weird. Please ignore. I tweeted it because I thought it looked really cool. It's out there somewhere. You couldn't see it right now, anyways. Even if I move my camera, there's so much crap on my desk. I've been sewing stuff. I've been making like I made this for myself just out of scrap shit because I was in desperate need of something like this. I really wanted a pin cushion, like a wrist pin cushion, because my house is real small, so I'm constantly moving a lot while I'm sewing. And it turned out so well that I've been making one for my mom because she sews as well. So I have all this shit laid out everywhere. It's a mess. The what horse? Dude, it's such a long, obscure story. I mean, actually, you lived in Canada. You might have you seen Letterkenny? I would, David, if you could see it, but there's too much stuff out. You wouldn't be able to even tell. No shit. I mixed a little bit of the Aurora purple with the Brad Mondo turquoise. Ooh. Oh, I'm very excited. You'll have to update us. No shit. I have scared myself really bad thinking I cracked a tooth with pins in my teeth before. Like holding them between my teeth and biting one. All it did was like roll between a tooth ridge, but it made that quick like sound and I was like, "Oh no. Oh, Katie can't afford a dentist. No, 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 no." It was fine, but like my biggest problem is that, I have a pin cushion, but you try to pull a pin out of it and it'll pick up the whole pin cushion. And this thing having it connected and being able to just pull pins and stick them back in and having the leather backing, the pins can't go through all the shit I put on there. It's so goddamn convenient. And I told my mom about it and she's been making a quilt and she got all bonerific for it. So I started. Hers looks so much better though. Like I actually cut it and made it like an appropriate like I made mine with some Raggedy Ann shit, you know what I'm saying? Like mine was made in a hurry to just have something. I actually made it kind of nice. And then I gave her like a thumb hole. But I think it works pretty well. It's just so nice, especially if you quilting and doing big projects because you're crawling around. And we were talking about this the other day. Like there's nothing worse than crawling around on the ground, setting a seam exactly the way you need it, and you're holding it, and you look around, and your goddamn pins are just out of arm's reach, and you're like, and it's just versus like dunsies. I snapped it wrong, but yeah, it's everywhere. But it's a good use of scraps. Honestly, I haven't bought anything. Like this is all just shit I have laying around that I've been looking for tiny projects to make. I try. You guys know I've been talking about this lately, but like I love painting. I love to make just pretties, but I struggle. I really want to make useful things that are pretty. You know? I don't know. I think maybe it's the small house syndrome. Like I'm at the point where I have no room for just pretties. Like I only have room for useful pretties. I have to seriously like consider what comes into my house because it's so small. So useful stuff like it's really pretty, but also very fucking useful. Magnetic pin holders are the shit. I would have put a magnet on it if I had one. Tool micro is the sign of a pro. Tool micro? Tool micro? What's tool micro? Sorry, some of my links flashed a little bit. I was just trying to get them ready to watch them, and they don't. Oh, yeah. The micro, yeah. I have a super perfectionist streak. I feel like it's not for sake of perfectionism. It's like, if you're not going to do it right, why do it? Especially when it comes to sewing. like taking shortcuts and shit means your finished project isn't gonna work. It's not gonna fit or it's not gonna lay right or whatever. If you're not gonna do it right, don't fucking. It's a waste of my time. We all have limited time, right? Finite resources. I'm loading a bowl. But yeah, those are. I mean, I like the idea of the little pin cushion holder. It's nice. And then this is what I was gonna say. Sorry, my brain was dying. I thought about putting. So this is like for push pins, these kind of pinny pins. But I thought about putting a little piece of felt on this side for like sewing pins. You know, I don't have any near me, but you know the ones I'm talking about, the itty bitty like quilting pins that have you thread. I thought about putting like a little one right here to keep a couple of those, but I don't know. It might be too much. We'll see. I have to stare at it for a few days. Do you think that's a good idea? You don't think that's too extra? Hold on, I have another. I have so many scraps. I've made a lot of mock-ups. This is another one I made that I haven't put a thumb hole in. I don't know if I want to yet. But I had the idea with this one. So it lay like that, but I cut the shearling so that you could flip it up, and then this I just used leather glue. I gotta sew it down. But I cut it so you could flip it up because I thought, like, it's happened to me a couple times where I'm swinging my hand around and I'll hit shit, but these are pin heads, so they're not pokey. So I thought it was a good idea to put the tiny piece of felt where you would keep your sewing pins under something just to keep them so you're not like, you don't accidentally get yourself or someone else with like exposed pins, right? Is this stupid or is this, thank you for giving me your opinions. Is this too extra? Having little hidey holes? And this is like legit, it's just scrap shearling. It's really soft. I mean, it'll keep them. But I have somewhere a little piece of felt that I glued together that I thought about putting on there where you could keep your pins and then they're covered and you're not like, getting them hooked. I mean, come on. Have you ever tried to hand sew something and every time you pull the thread through, it gets stuck on something? And you ever just want to scream and set everything on fire? Like, that's what I think would do with exposed pins. The leather works so well. It's honestly like I made this one. This was my mock-up. I made this one for myself just, out of general just need, and I had all the scraps and stuff. I didn't realize it would work as well as it does. But seriously, I've actually like you can pat the pins. They do not bust through. It's actually kind of great. It works so well. You can't get yourself unless you like pound that shit. And even then I've actually slammed my wrist into a wall and they still didn't go through. I didn't do it on purpose. But don't do that. Yeah, Music Man, I was saying this is I made one for myself just out of desperate need for this. I just needed a pin cushion that was like on me that I could use while I'm moving, that I wasn't constantly having to move something with me. And I thought it was such a good idea. My mom sews a lot, and like Mother's Day or whatever's coming up, so I tried making one for her because she does a lot of quilting and stuff, and I thought that's something any sewer would like. So I started making her one, but I made a different mock-up. This guy, and I thought this one was kind of a better idea because I did like this piece of shearling where I could put a little like these are push pins right? So they have the big like a pearl at the end. So you can touch this end and there's no pokies, but then you have here's one. So you have sewing pins like this. Whereas both ends I have absolutely stabbed under my fingernail with the end that is not sharp. These are terrible. So my idea was to put like a little felt sewing pin, like under the flap. The pins would lay sideways like that under there. So they're like accessible, but then that guy would flap down and they're not out for the stabbing. Maybe they should lay like this. They should lay like this, right? Yeah, they should lay vertical, I think. Because sideways, you could like, ugh. Vertical. Yeah. That's why I thought vertical. Get out of my head. That's why I thought vertical. Well, that's what the felt is for. I wish I pushed it. What the fuck did I do? Hold on, this. I'll show you. I have a little piece of felt I was gluing together. So, I bet my dog ate it. So basically, what I read on Pinterest is that you take 2 pieces of felt, like good quality felt, and you like just lay them together and then like glue just around the edges. So you've got kind of a double layer of the felt, and then so when you put your pin in, the sharp end sits between those 2 layers. It doesn't have to pop out the other side. Yeah, do you kind of understand? I saw a lot of pictures of it on Pinterest. It looked like a really good idea. And then you can like stitch around the sides or whatever to tighten it down. Oh, Melody hard same. I have one right now. It's so bad. It's one of my pointer fingers. Like if I touch the skin too hard on the base, I can feel it under the nail. It's so bad. I know. It's the worst. A full set of sewing armor. So I've actually been working on a sewing utility belt and oh god, I forgot what it's called already. Hold on. Oh, brain. It has a name. A shat. A shat. It has a name, but it's like a Victorian accessory that I think is really clever and I think it should come back. A chatelaine? Is it a chatelaine? But it's essentially like a tool accessory. So you would clip it on your waist. You'd have your big dress on, and you clip it on your waist, and then each of these little chains would have like your embroidery scissors and a thimble and whatever. So this has been like, so long in the making. It's crazy. It's a lot of curing and gluing and shit. But like, you can put a little stretchy cord on there for your whatever. It's like I have this actually goes on there. I have my little tape measure that I made a leather case for. You guys are seeing all my shame right now. Please don't judge me. Is it a chatelaine? Is that the word for it? Thank you. It's a unique word, but it's kind of pretty. I like the word. I can't remember which one this guy goes on, but he hangs on there, and essentially it makes it so all your tools are like on your hip while you're moving around. Because you can tell I want all my shit portable with me. I cannot stand walking back and forth and 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 back and forth. It drives me crazy. So I'm trying to make everything like portable as shit. But of course I'm me, so I had to make it like a dead head moth. They are. I looking through like cool fashion of the ages, like utility fashion, I guess you would say, is fascinating to me. It's utility jewelry. That's exactly what it is. If you can Google just like Victorian or Edwardian chatelaine, there's so many different styles of them, and they're beautiful. They're basically, and they would like lay on their hip in the folds of their dresses, and they just look beautiful. It was kind of a fashion thing, but also insanely useful. Insanely useful. So I've slowly been working on one of those, but like you guys know I use all reclaimed stuff. And I can't remember where I got this was the thing. Like figuring out how to just make it fastenable onto something. I couldn't figure it out without it being like a paperclip and looking fucking hideous. I don't even know where these came from, but those ended up being my solution. I glued 2 of whatever this is together, and it's perfect. It's such a strong hold. But yeah, they're kind of cool. Look them up. They're neat. But I work on little shit like that all the time. Eventually, I will have a full fucking outfit. Someday. Probably. Maybe. I made a little seam ripper case. I just can't stop moving. That's it. Do I really need any of this? No. But I have all the stuff, so why not? I'm proud of this one. It looks cool. Side note, that right there, all that like that's the brand from the cow. Creepy, huh? I have some leather that has a nipple in it too. Wild. So what are you now? Needlecraft Batman? I think I'd be more Needlecraft Spider-Man. Woman, right? I don't have any bats. Lizzie, my love, how are you? Did I lose my chat? Oh my god, hold on. I obviously can still see chat, but my chat where I pull up your guys' links, what did I do with it? I did. Hold on. I gotta pull chat back up. The fuck? Oh, it was probably one of the links that crashed. I had a bunch of shit over here that I was trying to prevent from being a douchebag. I bet I lost the chat one. That's nice. Well, that's David. That was no shit. That was my struggle, right? That's why I was I've been making this thing for like over a year, but I could not find the right mechanism to make it so it could just like sit like that, like go on kind of like a money clip or something like that because I didn't want to buy anything. I tried to just reuse trash basically. Stuff. I think those clips that I ended up using actually like kept cords together in something. The cords were wrapped around them or whatever, but they are like really strong, thick plastic and I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah." So I made it. It works so well. Check this. So because it's like that and what's it called? Crazy glued it. So, like, it's bonded. Like, you can kind of see how it was two pieces that I just bonded together. You just slide it right the fuck on. Boop. And then she chew. And then you got all your stuff. Just like there. It's the best. Why did this go away? They took our pockets. They took our chatelaines. They took our cool sewing gauntlets. I'm just bringing it back. Dude, and I'm telling you, if you look at chatelaines, like look at, I don't know, Google it. This is how they looked. They were seriously like a piece of jewelry. And they would be themed, like some people would do each thing hanging off would be embroidered, in the same style or whatever. They really did it. I mean, super cool. I'm just being an extra about it. So like I put little bottle on it and beads and stuff cuz I'm me and extra. But it's actually it's a super functional thing that just went away. I don't know why. This one goes on right, meow. And I just used like steel chain because I don't really care if it matches. There's a lot of mismatchy metals on here. Please don't judge me. I just wanted it to be functional and I'm using all scrap shit. It worked. It worked. Check it. Tape measure. And I can just like, I function now and I don't have to get up and walk everywhere and feel like I lost something. I just have it. Right? This, I keep. What do you mean? This is where I keep Zach's balls. They go right here. Amazing. No, it's actually, and the fact you'd think you would catch it on stuff, but the fact that it's mobile, like when you move, it moves with you. It doesn't like stay stuck out. I don't know. I didn't invent this. This is like such an ancient, I mean, not ancient, but it's like Victorian Edwardian era. It just died out and I don't know why, because what a functional, cool thing. I've just made it more modern and weird because it's just stuff I already had. But that was my struggle because, like, literally, I don't have belt loops. All I ever wear is pants like this, where you need it. I needed like a money clip. Well, ancient. I mean, it's ancient to me. That was like what my great grandma. Yeah, my great grandma wore corsets. My nana, my great nana, she wore corsets. Absolutely. Yeah, that was definitely her era. I'm gonna bring the channeling back. It's you. I mean, seriously, it's so useful. Stop it. What the fuck? Why did that go away? We replaced that with sewing boxes. What? Oh, dude, Allie, it might just take me a minute to make one. Like, I just perfected how to do it. Like, I just figured that clip part out. That's what I'm saying. Like, I made this a few days ago, but I kind of, when I make something that's like, I'm not going by a pattern, it's self designed, I make it and then I have to stare at it for a while and think about it. Like, how could I make this more functional? Less of a one use item, I guess. Which is why that took so long. I was literally like, and like how the chains hang so they don't get tangled with each other and stuff like that. Dude, David, you know me. I mean, artists, right? We always want to brag, but this is my journey of trying to make useful stuff. Stuff that's like, it's pretty aesthetically. Like, also, I'm very much into the feel of it. So I have a lot of like scrap fur that's reclaimed off of like vintage shit that I got at thrift stores and stuff, vintage clothes. So I have like reclaimed fur and stuff. So not only is it totally useful, but like super fucking soft. Like this is just unreal soft. Yeah, it's a dead animal, but it like probably died 100 years ago. I don't even know. It's just I try to like I'm trying to make shit that would make me happy. Like it's not only useful, but also I can pet it. I did it on this one too. It's very pettable. You ever get stressed out? Just pet your wrist. It's fine. It's like a fidget toy on top of it. The Circus of Horrors. Dude, that'll be fun. Pisces. Pisces is. I hope they don't cry. Okay. I got my shit back up. I don't know what happened. I think Firefox just took a dump. Hold on. Stop. Or it's the fact that autoplay is the bane of my existence. Yeah, I have blocked it. Don't worry. Don't. Okay, I got it. I mean, seriously, not like years or anything, Allie, but it'll just take me a minute because I gotta figure out how to source that clip. Or make it myself. Cause it's like whatever that is, that clip that I used that like I glued to the back of the butterfly, the moth, is fucking strong. Like I could not. I was sitting there with it before I even did anything with it, and I was like, like trying to rip it in half. I wouldn't even budge. Didn't bend. Didn't nothing. It's so goddamn strong. I need to figure out where the fuck to find something like that somewhere. Because it's like I wanted something, that if you got it caught on something or you pull your tape measure off, it's not gonna snap. That was functional means not gonna break. Okay, let me fucking Christ. Let me fucking Christ. Would 3D printed plastic? I don't have a 3D printer for one, but I do know people with 3D printers that I could probably pay to do it. I don't have any money. Maybe trade. Would the plastic be like fucking hardcore, like industrial strength? That's like I don't know how it's definitely part of the construction and part of the whatever the plastic is. But it need to be like hard fucking core cuz it's hanging a lot of weight on there. Hardcore and thin because it's also sitting against your skin. So it's got to be like thin and soft. I'm really unfamiliar with the different types of filaments I know you can use for 3D printers, but I like Kills as a dope 3D printer. He 3D printed me that skull and it's fucking great. Oh, your electricity? What the fuck? No. Standard PLA plastic just max out the density. And it would still be like a super thin like piece that would be against your skin on one side. That'd be amazing. Hold on. I'm going to write down real quick just to Kills his mom buddy I know has a fucking 3D printer and he does pretty dope shit with it. And I bet I bet he'd have a good. I bet he'd know what the fuck y'all are talking about. I mean, honestly, Molly, at this point, 3D printers there's a spectrum of costs because they're so accessible. You can get like little tiny ones that are like $50 from Michaels that are meant for children. And then you can get like these enormous ones that can 3D print a house. I really have no idea what even, like, I couldn't even scope what the cost of one is. Oh, dude, Kills. Okay, so quick question. What would you say it costs to get started 3D printing? That was a general chat question that I think is easier than my question. But my question, real quick, super, super off topic. We're going to watch these videos. But because you're here, I don't want to waste your time. So, I've been working on making this thing called a chatelaine for myself. It's like a Victorian Edwardian kind of accessory that's useful. It's like a utility belt that's also jewelry. But basically, I found these. This is two like pieces of plastic essentially that I think were keeping cords together or something in some packaging that I found and glued together, and they just created this perfect kind of money clip to clip on the edge of leggings or whatever kind of pants you're like literally almost any kind of trousers or pants you're wearing, universal use or whatever. But like Could you, would it be possible to 3D print something like this clip that is like hardcore impossible to break, can hold massive amounts of weight plastic, but is thin and smooth and soft and can sit like this against skin? Is that even feasible? Because I was talking about like someone said max out the density. I was saying I know there's different filaments and shit like that. Like the moth is a separate piece. All I'm talking about is this clip, like literally the attachment device. Because this is garbage that I have reclaimed. That's all this is. I just don't know how I could make anything like it to make another one because I want to. But this was such a find, that fucking piece of plastic. But that's just, I know that's probably really complicated. But that's my biggest struggle right now is some sort of fastener to be able to, a money clip kind of thing where I don't have to spend money. Cost depends on what you're trying to do and if you have a micro center near you, nearby, like $100. No shit. But $100 to get started 3D printing. I really didn't think it was going to be that cheap. That's crazy. But it's like, it would be possible if I was to find some sort of something like a pattern online. Because that'd be, I mean, it is. It's the most simple. I mean, I know something about, the shape of it and like whatever probably has to do with how hardcore it is. But before I glued it together and stuff, I even tested it. I couldn't rip it in half. And that's what I need is some sort of U-shaped item like that that pinches at one end and is bigger at the other end. I mean, this exact shape would be, but strong. I know so little about 3D printers. I just don't know if that's even possible. Like if 3D printing plastic can be that hardcore. And that was my general question. Because if so, I might research. Thang's a good search engine since it searches Thanksgivers. Okay, Thangs? Thangs! I love that. It's because, like, everything else is all, like, this is resin. It's a resin mold I have, and then I just, like, paint it in with gold. And then this is all just scrap chain from, reclaimed jewelry and shit like that. And this is all I made, a little scissor holder and whatnot. That is the only piece that I'm like, what do I do with you? How do I find you again? It's been boggling my mind because it's not recreatable, and I hate that. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna keep that link. Bless you. You were just the first person that came to mind when I thought about 3D printing. I know a ton of people in our community 3D print, but you have 3D printed me that skull very specifically, and I knew it was behind me. I'm packing a bowl. Cheers. Yes. You know what's crazy, Lizzie? I did that for a really long time, and then no shit. I'm trying to think. I have it really close by. Which bin? Very recently.
Fuck you.
Well,
What the
fuck. Life is crazy. It was not recent.
Hold the fuck. Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking fucks? Fuck.
Certainly illustrates.
I'm excited to watch this movie. Cheers, reasonable. I hope you're doing well. How do you mean? The Microsoft 3D printer, 3D builder is super easy to learn as well to make your own stuff. Wait, oh, do they have wait, you can like 3D print at Micro Center? Yeah, recently. I know. A year ago. Over a year ago now. The last time I went home. My mom had all these like big boxes of my stuff from like college and high school that she had found. And she's like, if you want to go through it and take anything. And I found buckets of costume jewelry from the era of the statement necklace. My dudes, I cannot explain to you. I had a wall of push pins of statement necklaces, just costume. I mean, it's all fake shit. But I was like, the treasure trove, and I got all of it. And I have it all in like a giant bundle in one of these fucking art bins over here. Oh, I never put a tank top over a t-shirt, and I can say that confidently, but I absolutely statement necklace to this bitch. Cheers. I am a small child. Some libraries have free to the public 3D printers. Wow, that's nice. What horse? I had a fucking rocking horse. I don't know if I had any necklaces that had things on them. I had, like, chunky necklaces that you would layer. I don't even know what to it looked a lot like Taylor Swift at that recent thing when she had a fucking watch on her neck, you know what I'm saying? It was, like, a lot. It was a lot. I have to pee really bad. Let's take a quick break. Let me pee. I'm gonna quickly look in one of these bins. If it's not there, I'm gonna give up because I could search forever, but then I wanna watch these videos before they crash again because I finally got them stable. Well, Kills, that's what I'm saying, like, if I could afford it, I would try to buy the filament or something for you. I appreciate you, like, if it's such a simple thing, it's about the function of it more so than, like, what it looks like. That's I think the struggle of it because I don't understand how to read those patterns and stuff, or if it even possible. So I appreciate you. No shit. I have a small pile of old phone holder belt. That's exactly. I said money clip, Donna. I'm so old. I was like, I need something like money clips. Didn't even think about that. I always threw those away. I could never take bracelets. I honestly get really pissed about this one bracelet I have on all the time. It gets in my way. I don't know what it is. Shit on my wrists drives me crazy. I feel like because I'm a desk person, they're always in the fucking way. Money clips, please. I love Jenny. One of our clips is Jenny. That's one of the ones that kept failing me. Oh shit. Dude. 3D printing is insane. I think this might be like okay, real quick. I think something like this would be ideal. How big is it? What's the thickness? I just want to make sure it's thick enough that it's not like, a huge bulge in your pants when you slide it on the side. But something, oh my god, that would be boner fucking ific. Incredible. You know what I'm saying? That would be so nice. It's crazy what people can 3D print. No shit. There's my poor sick boy. Let's take a break real quick. I have to pee really, really bad. I'm gonna look for those. And then I'll show you this skull that's behind me. That right there, Kills 3D printed that skull for me. You can remove the top of the skull. It is phenomenal. Y'all know I've got a thing for like anatomically correct pieces. It's a thing. Like I cannot stand things that are easily made anatomically correct and yet are not. And that skull's really good. My poor sick boy. Are you feeling better? You wanna go outside? Oh, yeah, you wanna go potty? Okay. 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 Be right that. Well, I mean, I'm not. I think my dog relieved himself and he feels a lot better. Trick's tum was bothering him this morning. My bad. Well, not, I mean, I think he's feeling better, but thanks for hanging, guys. 1 second. He unplugged my headphones. Found it. Dude, the whole TikTok thing is so weird. I feel like it's turning into the Twitch thing. You know how, like, every year everyone's like, oh my god, Twitch doesn't make any profit. And we're all like, yep. What the fuck? Where's my cord? Oh my god, dig it. Found it. We're fine. Fine. What up, Germanic? How are you? Welcome back. Sorry that took so long. This morning my dog got weird and I think his stomach was upset, but I think he's fine now, so we're better. Anyways. Ugh, neck. Neck is lay stiff. I didn't find like the mecca of jewelry, but I found part of it. This is how I wrapped it in tissue paper. I know, you're right. I mean, it's so like he's a mama's boy, like he's clingy as fuck. But his behavior just changes so weird, and he did it the moment I sat down to go streaming. He was like, "Oh, I feel bad, and I'm just gonna stand here and be awkward." And I was like, "Fuck." Oh, this is the real jewelry. This isn't the scrap jewelry. This one's like legit, like nice stuff that I won scrap. But I have so much of that costume shit, just like big, heavy metal kind of stuff. But this is like stuff that was my nana's and stuff that's like real gold and whatever, and pearls. I don't know. I should probably scrap it. I'll never wear any of it. I'm so not a jewelry person. Like the jewelry I wear, I never take off. Like it lives on me. I shower in it. I live in it. I just am not an accessorizer. I'm a get dressed and make sure my nipples aren't showing or drink water. That's what I would do after a nap. I feel like I'm always fucking dehydrated. Check this. There's a rosary that was my nana's. This is she had so many really cool rosaries, and some of them like are blessed by popes and stuff. I have no idea if this one's actually blessed, but this was one of my nana's cool rosaries. And I'm not religious, but I still think they're really cool. Like a lot of them are double faced. So like this one has the Mary on the front and then on the back. I think it's Jesus. Like, but all holy and shit. There's like a really tiny one on the back. They're really detailed. Like she had some really cool rosaries, but I don't burn when I touch them, which is a miracle. She like thought she was dying for years, and then like real pearls. The fuck am I gonna? Maybe I'd unstring this and actually make it something wearable. That's what I would do. Cause right, what is this? Am I a pearls girl? No, 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 no. And then just like a tennis bracelet of gold and diamonds. My nana was a fancy bitch, just more gold. She had a lot of really nice stuff that I would just never ever wear, and it just exists in here for some reason. And then I found this one. I don't even know where the fuck this is this is not my nana's, obviously. This is so fucking heavy. I feel like this would give anyone a migraine. Dude, get some Dromonic. That is, one of the weirdest things about going to Europe or going to England is the sparkling or still. I know it's super normal to everyone else in the world, but like you're going to be somewhere very fancy if you find sparkling water in the US. How do you feel hydrated by sparkling water? True question. Sparkling water always has a weird bitter aftertaste to me, and I never feel hydrated, ever. It makes me feel odd and like, what the fuck? It's angry water. Okay, when I was in Prague, the water that came out of every faucet ever was brown. And so we lived off of bottled water, and I don't know if you guys remember, I had horrible food poisoning when I was in Germany and Prague, and like trying to drink carbonated water to hydrate was so. I love bubbles. Like, don't get me wrong. Let's fucking go. But there's something about sparkling water. It's not water. Like, it doesn't hydrate me. Like, if I am thirsty for water, I want water. Like, I do not. I just left my water in the kitchen. Speaking of, sparkling water just doesn't hit. I don't know what the fuck it is. I love fizzy. It actually really helps when my tummy's upset to have something fizzy. Oh, someone said they cross stitch. I don't cross stitch, but I embroider, and I just wanted to show this off. I made this to go like as a panel to be on the front of an apron, but the apron ended up being, oh god, so many hours of wasted time. So I didn't put it on. Oh, it's still got a needle in it. Good. But I do embroidery stuff. I just do freehand. I don't use patterns or anything because I can't. I just don't have the attention span. But it was supposed to be like a planchette, like a spirit board planchette kind of thing, but like big. But I beaded it and shit and did like 2 little skulls and stuff, and then I was gonna beat around the edges, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it now. It just exists. I don't know. This is so much. This took me so many hours. I gotta do something with it. Because it looks pretty fucking cool. It's fun. This is one of those things I made it so it's like a fun to touch. Like all the beads are really soft and roll. It's one of those like, but I don't know what to do. Maybe put it on a pillow or something. I don't know. If you have ideas of what to do with that, let me know. Anyways, we have cool links to look at and giggle and Stuff. Thanks for indulging me in my weird crafts. It's just a never ending. I started making a skirt last night. Never stops. Ooh, a bag flap's a good idea. You have to be kind of a. What if I made it a vertical bag? No, that's a good idea. Yeah. It's super hard. I mean, it's so hardcore sewed by hand that the kind of thread I use is upholstery thread. I've told you guys about that thread where I tried to rip it with my hands and just ended up slicing through all my hands. It's terrible, but it's so hard. I mean, this is like, because it was meant to be part of an apron. It was meant to sit like that, with the apron. And so I wanted it to be something where you could bang into it and stuff and it wouldn't, none of the threads would come loose or move. You know what I'm saying? So it could really be anything. It looks too cool to waste. I gotta do something around the edge, probably. Or maybe make that contrasted more. That's what I need to do. I mean, Donna, what else are friends for if not to talk about the weird shit we're into? No pun intended. Oh my god, Lizzie, dude. I mean, I've seen this is on obviously because of my search history, but I've seen so many cute ideas where people have cute jeans, like black jeans, and they'll embroider like the corner of a little cute spider web onto just like the corner of a pocket. But I've seen them where they do like a little strawberry vine, real tiny and delicate, but it's got like two little strawberries on it. It will just be the little vine or something like that. Super cute. If you go, I mean, I'm a Pinterest slut. Just I go on Pinterest. That's my only. I mean, I love it. It's such a great resource. But I go in there and type in like whimsical embroidery or whatever, and just scroll eternally. There's so many cute ideas on there for stuff like that. I'm always looking at stuff like that because I have so many plain clothes that I'd like to do cool. Just do something cute and fun too. Ooh, that's so Kilt's put in a link in chat for those that were looking into getting into 3D printing. It's a any cubic Cobra 2 Neo 3D printer, and it's about 149. That's not a terrible. I mean, if you're just looking to get into it, like an intro thing and fuck around, that's not terrible. What up, Kel? I hope you're doing well. Pinterest is, I mean, I used to think it's an addiction, but now I truly use it. I use the fuck out of it. Like I used to just scroll it pointlessly and make Pinterest boards for no reason. It is such a fucking useful tool at this point. I use the shit out of it. It's like a learning tool. Like I can go on there. That's how I taught myself how to put snaps into things. Or like how to do a slip stitch like I just go into Pinterest because Pinterest isn't like Google in that it's just going to give you like 3 responses from Reddit and a ton of YouTube videos. It gives you these short little like just the hands of someone doing it for 2 seconds. That's all I want. I don't want an intro. I don't want to hear about your history. I don't want to hear about like it's 2 seconds someone doing it and I'm like, "Cool, there. Now I know how to do a slip stitch." It's amazing. I use it fucking thoroughly. Like, I actually make things all the time now. I'm not just hoarding Pinterest boards for years. I mean, it's anything. It's crazy. So, I'll show you really quick. Hold on. Let me make sure it's not pulling up. I mean, it's pretty, like, friendly-ish. So, Pinterest essentially looks like this when I log in, right? There's my little whatever, probably Facebook profile picture or something. And your immediate scrolling like this is just based on what it thinks you want. This is like your discovery page, essentially. So, based on your searches before. So, you can search whatever the fuck you want. And then you have your boards. How do I get to my boards? Hold on. I gotta go full page. Boom. And then you have your boards. You can make as many, it's like folders where you're just placing shit that you want to save. So I like have eye makeup boards. I have tattoo, design inspo, Burning Man, art inspo, word inspo, palettes, owl info, because I like to dissect owl palettes, please excuse me. Hair ideas, nails, Zach, because he was making a character, I think actually for this Blade Runner show he's in. I was helping him design a character idea for it. Wall painting, Colorado landscape ideas, which is cut out. But like you can do whatever you want, and then based on what you save, your discover page gives you all sorts of stuff. Where it gets complicated is a lot of the links will like if you like a link, say that's really cool, right? This is like embroidered. That is actually really fucking cool. That is really cool, actually. So you click on that. If it's actually a product, then what you continue scrolling will just be products. And you have to like go in on your search and make sure it's just giving you pins. But you click something you like and then you just keep going. See what I'm saying? And you're like, wow, I like that one. And then you can just keep going. Oh, wow, I really like that one. And then you just keep going. And when you find one that you actually want to save, it'll suggest one of your boards right here, or you can make a new one, create a board, just like a folder or something like that. And you just, sorry, it's cut out. You just hit save. And it's saved to your board as just like that. There's your reference or whatever. It's rabbit holes upon, it is like tunnels upon tunnels. And then eventually you'll get little suggestions like this, where it's like, all right, so you've scrolled for a bit. Can we suggest maybe a more specific search? Sashiko pattern. What's that? Oh, look. Oh, that is very cool. And then I'm saying this is how you get lost. But I actually take this shit and I go do it now. I don't just hoard the pins. Like you guys know, I do fun makeup all the time. Like I do cool hair and stuff. Like I actually try to utilize it. Whereas before I just had like boards. Are you logged into it? You do have to be logged into it. It just doesn't save. So, like, if you save and then see how it says embroidery, if you go to your embroidery, it wouldn't be right there. Sometimes it takes a minute to update. Like, I know if I'm using Pinterest on my phone and then I go to my computer and open up the same board, sometimes the shit I saved on my phone won't be there for a minute. It's like you have to refresh it, but that's fucking weird. That I have no idea. That is fucked. And you've. What? I have no idea. That is beyond strange. It should literally I've been using this since college, like since my freshman year, so honestly it's been so long. But there should literally be like my shopping list that is pins I've saved that I didn't realize were products. It just creates that for you, but then you've got all your pins down here and then you're just all your pins should be there. I mean, it's look at that. There's a cute embroidery. I'm telling you, Lizzie, check this shit. You have boards that won't let you look at them? What the fuck? Interesting. Oh, get up on them. Seriously, I've been saving things for so many years at this point. You could scroll my boards forever. But stuff like this, I love looking at these cute ideas. People do the most adorable little delicate things. I feel like I'm very extra sometimes. Dude, this dress though, oh my God. I can't get over this. It's just so pretty. Like, am I ever going to make anything? It's probably not, but it's so pretty. I know. I'm wondering, like, if you went into your board settings or something, because you can make your boards public, private. I don't want to go to my settings because Facebook shit, it might like give my personal information out. Weird. Maybe just try to sign up for a new account and try over. Maybe start over. There's a fuzz on my face. How does this kinesthetically orientation you have work with sensory sensitivity you have also talked about? I mean, it's difficult. I cannot, like, there's definitely textures and shit I fucking can't work with. Like, but because most of the stuff I create is like usable, wearable things, I don't think anybody wants those kind of things on their skin anyways, so it doesn't really bother me. But there's definitely certain. Like, I'm trying to think of an instance, like, sometimes a needle will get a ridge in the actual needle, and so every single time you put it through fabric, you feel that that needle has to be thrown away. I can't do it. It will dry, it has to be thrown away. That needle's done now. Like, there are little things I'm trying to think of another one. There's some thread that, like, and some material that when you use them together and you're pulling the thread through, it almost squeaks. It's inaudible. It's like you hear it through your hand. I cannot explain it. I'm trying to think. It's like synthetic material with a natural fibered, thread. It's like nails on a fucking chalkboard. There are certain things, but most of them are so unpleasant. They're like most of them tend to be like cheaper materials that aren't meant to be wearable garments or like stuff that is meant to be comfort. Most of it is meant to be like craft sewing and stuff like that, like cheap material. That's the kind of stuff that feels bad. And the only word I can come up with is the drag. There's drag. It's so bad. It's like touching a microfiber cloth with dry hands. It definitely, and there's like, I know there's a lot of memes that make fun of people that I think they're making fun of people like me, but there's like, I know Lizzie and I have literally poked at ourselves over this. I will spend almost equal, if not sometimes more time preparing to do the thing I want to do than doing the thing I want to do because the perfect environment and perfect setting to do the thing is going to make it so much more enjoyable, even if I only do it for 5 minutes versus trying to do it in a chaotic environment. If that makes sense, where I'm not prepared and I'm not ready and I might be kind of scattered and moving around different places. I know, Genova, it's the weirdest thing in the entire world. I hate it. Yes. It's just interesting that so much of your experience is about how something feels, but then also if it feels wrong, it's like a nightmare. It's like, yes. It's so bizarre. I think about it a lot and I talk to my therapist about it because it's I don't want to be that way. Like I want to get over it, but it's something about like sensory overload. Most people can just like the way that I move beyond pain, most people can move beyond these little sensory things that for some reason my body obsesses over and can't stop. Like if it's freezing cold outside and I have a headache and I have cramps and I stub my toe, I just like go into shutdown. I can't fucking what? It's too much. It's so many stimuli I can't control and I can't do anything about that I just like shut down. It's so weird. It's so weird. I know. It drives me crazy. But I find that it's not that. I mean, if you just like learn the things, you just don't have them. And microfiber. Dry growth. Nope. Cheers. Cheers to not that. It is. I mean, and David, part of the reason I stay busy and I stay moving and I do as many like physical crafts as I do is part of that sensory thing. I feel like the longer I sit still, like perfectly still and not doing anything, maybe sitting with a controller playing a game, my body starts to I mean, this is crazy. I know. These aren't just these are just me feelings. I feel like my body starts to create stimuli where there is none because it's understimulated. So like I'll be sitting there playing a video game and after about an hour, I'll start just getting actually itchy. Like all of a sudden it'll feel like something's right here. And I'm like, 1 minute later, right here. 1 minute later, right there. 1 minute later. It's like my body's crawling. Like it needs to fucking go. And the physical projects get that to not happen. It doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it will drive me insane. I'm like, I have to get up. I'm actually itching. Like I'm not itching to move. I'm physically fucking itching because I sat still for too long. The last mobile update's fucked. I tried saying to you guys so many times that Trick was taking a dookie outside and it wouldn't work. Cheers. I love you, Donna. Be safe. No, no, no. No, 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 David. It is interesting. I think about it all the time. I don't think there's anything wrong with me either. I just personally, it does get in the way. Like there are moments in my life I really want to enjoy. And if it's too cold, I can't. I fucking can't. And that I see everybody around me just like wearing coats, enjoying their time, and I'm sitting there vibrating and my teeth chatter so hard I chip one. I can't. I like can't. I would love to. I want to. I've said this many times, but like Katie's perfect day is a day where the ambient temperature does not affect me. I just don't feel it. Oh God, I can't fucking imagine. That'd be the heaven of it. Absolutely, Joel. I think the more that we all talk about this kind of stuff, the more it becomes understandable, and the less it's like, I'm sure everybody has someone in their life that has similar issues. If not, you have them yourself. Someone that like it's really hard to relate to because you put a jacket on when it's cold. Like, put a jacket on. I can put 7 jackets on. If it's a certain degree, I'm cold and I can't move. Like, I just start to like, oh, I start to clench down and just shake really hard and I can't stop it. I've been known to do squats in public spaces just to keep like blood flow in my body. And it's a mixture of things. It has to do with like I'm really sensitive to cold for some fucking reason. But on top of that, I have chronically super low blood pressure, super low heart rate. All of that attributes to just being cold like a lizard. Yeah, it's like you feel your skin, like your skin gets loud. It's crazy. I mean, I know I'm not the only one. I know there's nothing wrong with me. It's just different. And for people that, I mean, everybody's experiencing something, but it might not be my exact thing. Therefore, it's hard to relate to. I can't relate to something I'm not experiencing either. Like, I totally get that. It doesn't mean it's not real. I know the only warm place I've ever lived was DC and Baltimore. And we still had winter. We had a 30-minute power outage yesterday morning. Ugh. And I was trying to sleep that night, but my brain was screaming something was wrong. The fans in my room were off. It's like it's a sense. I'm telling you, it's a fucking sense. And my brain decided no sleep till spiny. Yep. Normal brain shit. I can't. I always have a fan on, and if it's off, I just go crazy. And my fan, I mean, it's relatively fucking quiet, actually. I can't without air. I do not know how people handle no air movement. In the winter, it's my little space heater, and in the summer, it's some sort of moving air. The stale air feeling is worse than almost anything. Like, not an oversensory thing, just like makes me feel kind of dirty. Like, I love this time of year where it's kind of spring and kind of winter. It's like it's almost like fall a little bit, like that crispiness, so I can open all the windows and get a lot of fresh air in the house. It feels so nice. I feel the fan, what if I don't have air moving? It feels very claustrophobic. Yep. My other half has panic attacks or shuts down, and I always want to help because my brain wants to fix it. I have such a hard time understanding. Oh my God, Droll. I am fucking here for you, boo. As the panicker, let me tell you, there is nothing you can do. And I'm sure your SO's told you this many times. Like, I'm sure we've all been really open about it. Like, there is nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing you can do. And this is coming from a personal aspect, and I'm sharing this with you because I've been told it's very valuable information by many people that I've shared this with. There is this weird, fucking horrible phenomena that happens when, for instance, if I'm bipolar. I have a few diagnoses on top, but bipolar tends to be the major one that affects me. Bipolar and OCD get me really bad, and then they send me into like anxiety attacks, panic attacks. I'm medicated and go to therapy now, so I'm a lot better. It's terrible. It's terrible to watch someone go through it. I completely empathize. It is horrible, right? This is what happens, and a lot of people have told me either they completely relate or it's been really helpful to them. This is what happens in my head is I'm going through something's happening for no reason. Those fun little chemical imbalances that they're like sun flares, they're like, let's be bipolar today, Katie, woo. And your significant other who sees you every day all the time and is very used to who you are the majority of the times, obviously senses this difference, senses it's not making you feel great, or maybe it's making you feel too great, and they're going to ask because they genuinely care, right? Like, hey, what's up? Is there anything I can do? This is what happens to me. I already feel really, because I'm aware of what's going on. Obviously, not that I'm implying anybody doesn't know that. We're completely aware. We're completely like awakened inside. We know what's going on. We just can't stop it. Or we're trying really hard to. And usually that makes it worse. It's a terrible time. And what happens is like the me inside that's the real Katie is completely aware of what's happening. And I feel already bad that like I'm in your presence and you're going to be aware of this because I know you care. Like, I don't want you to have to worry about me. I don't want anyone to worry about me. That's already like on me. So I'm going to try to hide it for a while. That always makes it worse too. Don't do that. Like, but we're going to do it. So you try to hide it for a while. And by the time you can't hide it anymore, you're sitting another ass. What can I do? There is nothing either of us can do. If we're already going to therapy, we're doing medication as we're supposed to, take your joy, whatever. If we're making the positive steps, like this is what this it's just part of life, right? Like feeling emotions, having bursts of intense emotion, that's just part of existence. Like I never want to be numb. The way I explain my bipolar is I'm the hyperactive manic part is like, for instance, my family's really into hunting and stuff. But if I shoot a gun, that loud burst gives me that adrenaline rush that everybody gets. And I'm assuming why you're into guns, right? But that adrenaline rush comes and then it goes. Mine comes and then comes and then comes and then comes until it's so bad I feel like I'm on speed. And then the ultimate depression happens. And I'm aware all this stuff's happening and I already feel bad that someone has chosen to live with that. Like that's crazy. But if you ask me what you can do, because obviously we don't know, like there is nothing. Now I'm gonna feel bad that I can't help you help me. And I'm gonna crawl in a deep, dark hole. And I'm gonna shut the fuck down. Because now I'm just the worst. It's the worst. I don't have answers. It's the worst. Like brains are sabotaging motherfuckers. Because some days it's like, oh wow, we're great today. And then some days we're not. And there's no rhyme or fucking reason between any of it. Honestly, the path of least harm and least exacerbation of said panic or bad situation I've experienced in my situation, obviously always talk to the person that you're with. Because everybody's different, is the worst. I mean, it's the worst. It's gonna suck. It's not a great answer. Wow. That fucking sucks. Yeah, it super does. And I think it's all about just acknowledgement and not, diving into it, solving it, understanding it immediately. Blech. It doesn't put the person who's in the moment in another moment of like, well, now I gotta help them on top of like just trying to make myself not want to unalive. It's just like the acknowledgement of like, I see you and I hear you. I truly do. I'm not brushing you off. I'm not trying to fix you because whatever you're going through is interrupting my daily life. I'm acknowledging it and I'm here with you. And I think that's all. I don't know what else anybody can do. I don't know. It's just is the worst. It's the worst. And it's like it's almost like a cold. Like you feel it coming on and you're just like, ah, fuck. And you can't do anything about it. It's the worst. It's the worst feeling of like loss of autonomy of your true self inside, you know? I've ruined my life with a heated blanket. Oh god, you should get a big I mean, does your dog sleep on you? For me, I'm such an internal person. It's actually good for me to be a little uncomfortable, to kind of keep me present, or I'll just drift away in my own thoughts. David, did you know that's actually like a real science? The vast majority of human beings do not retain information as well, nor do they learn as well when comfortable as they do when they're uncomfortable. I had a wild psychology teacher in school. I had to take a whole series from her. I don't remember what series it was, but she was this like I mean, she was like a witch. She was like a very tall Swedish woman from Sweden with a very heavy accent, and she had this long white hair. I swear to God, it was to the back of her knees, and she would braid it, and it would like move like a cape behind her as she walked across the stage with her cane. And she always wore like these black multi-layered ruffled dress skirt things, and she would talk about America like it was the best social experiment she'd ever witnessed in her life. But she straight up, like, if she noticed someone in the class sat in the same spot every day, she'd call you out and make you move. She insisted you sat somewhere different every single day you came to class because you don't learn unless you're uncomfortable. And you weren't supposed to sit with friends. She was one of those, like, almost from a movie professors, that's a little out there, but she truly was very interesting, very intelligent human being. But there's something to that. I wish I could go through it once to understand because I don't have anything like that. Man, I completely understand where you're coming from, but you truly don't. But yeah, I mean, I I've been in a few relationships where I'm with someone who doesn't. I mean, I've never been in a relationship with someone who's bipolar. I don't even know what that would be like. That sounds like a dangerous situation. But I've been in a lot of relationships where it's impossible to explain it, you know, without having that knowing what that feels like. Because I truly think it's kind of different for everybody. Like, when I had my quote unquote breakdown and got medicated and on therapy and started getting towards moving towards a healthier state of being, the way I described the anxiety that was pervasive, like, it was so bad. I mean, I stopped tasting food and shit, like, it got so bad. Is, like, trying to explain it to someone was being like, "There's a black widow on me. I can't see it, I can't feel it, and I can't find it, but I know it's there." And that is what my body is reacting to. Like, that's what it feels like, but there's nothing there. Like, there's no reason. But I'm pitting out, my palms are pooling with sweat right now, and I can't taste french fries. So everybody around you thinks you think you're crazy because you can't see it either. Like, there's no fucking reason. This dumbest shit can trigger you. And trigger, I mean truly trigger, like, set you into a state of, something's going off. Some sort of hormone or something that's gonna put you in an unstable moment. Hi, Kendo, how are you, love? You're not dumb, shut up. Housemate's autistic and has had meltdowns and shutdowns in the past. There's nothing I can do in those moments but make sure they're safe and comfortable. Sometimes they'll physically reject, but I gotta get them out of the bushes, into my car, through the front door, some manhandling no matter what. That's called love. I know you would never actually manhandle and hurt somebody, but also I know what calms them down. I put the fan on, wave sounds, make sure they're not overheating. I give them water and painkillers, and that's called a friendship. I mean, you're probably well aware of what's going on and what they need in that moment. Yeah. And that just comes down to communication, outside of the panic attack, which sometimes it's like, and I completely empathize and understand this. Sometimes the person on the other side of the panic attack gets scared they might trigger another one by talking about it outside the panic attack. There's a chance, but you're never going to get to any conclusion, or you're not going to have communication. If one of you is truly, I mean, chemically speaking, in a true anxiety panic attack, whatever the fuck you want to call it, there ain't going to be real communication there. That is not the moment to talk things through. You know what I mean? I'm sure that's pretty obvious, but that's not the time. Like, no one's brain is working well. Like, you're panicking and trying to help us. We're panicking, thinking we're dying from the inside out. Like, oh, Revoltcon, that was honestly one of the worst moments before actually, it was right after I had just started medication. I had just started therapy. Right after having my big fucking breakdown. My ex took me to Disney World for my birthday. I think it was like my 30th or 31st or something. And Disney World, like, I'm a Disney kid. Fucking love me some Disney. And I could only be in the park, like, around people for maybe like an hour at a time. And I had to step out and like breathe in open space. And I could taste no Dole Whip. I could not taste the corn with all the cheese and the mayo and all the yummy spices and all that. I couldn't taste French fries. Like, I could not taste one piece of food at Disney World. Tell me a place where there ain't more salt, preservatives, sugar, and flavor in the food. Like, that is where I should have taken. And I literally was freaking out. I was like, am I broken? This was pre-COVID. I'd never heard of anything where you just stopped tasting food. Depression. Crazy. Crazy what it does to you. Anyways, we have some fun, good vibes to enjoy. Sorry to go on a tangent, but mental health is one of those things that it's a pillar to me. It's one of those, I truly think it's still not normalized because no one wants to talk about it. I don't feel shame in any of my mental struggles because I'm currently and fucking constantly working towards just trying to not feel that way. And if you're working on it, that's the best you can fucking do, right? Stop it. David, why are you sorry? Wait, what? Stop. Absolutely. No, I will tangent at any point in time. There are certain things that are truly more, I mean, let's be real. Most things in life are more important than any TikTok in the entire world, but mental health and health in general, especially when it comes to like just genuine, I mean, you genuinely care. I mean, I get that. There's so many people around me in my life that at various times where I'm having a mental moment and I can see they genuinely care. But in my mind, it's like they're trying to fix me. It just is not, you're not working right in those times. We know it. We all know it. No one should feel shame about it. It's just who you are. And we live in a world where different is bad. So we're wired to just immediately think we're bad. Bad as in like a rotten apple or something. And there's nothing wrong with it at all. I love a good tangent. We have videos, seriously, we can watch videos at any time. I will always say this. You are all more interesting than any fucking thing on the internet. You know what I mean? Any link ever. We can watch links anytime. You guys are not here all the time. You're more important to me and always will be, especially when it comes to mental health and stuff like that. I quite literally had my breakdown on stream. If you weren't here around that time, it was a terrible, terrible time. I broke down. I mean, not like one time, like it was definitely, sorry, I was moving chat because I saw it was a little, oh, it moved. It was over the course of time, it started to happen, but it was bad and it felt bad and it was icky. And yeah, I would just like cry out of nowhere and then pound my fists on my desk and literally on camera. Like I was in such a state I didn't even think about it that I was live on camera and just be like, why the fuck am I crying? Why am I crying? Why am I crying? Out of nowhere. It would happen for no reason. No reason. Not just Pisces season. Like literally no reason. Fucking infuriating. It is. It's exhausting, but it gets better. I don't know if it ever goes away. Like, I'll never not be, like, there's no medication in the world that I'm willing to take that would make me, quote unquote, like, not bipolar or whatever, or not OCD or ADHD or whatever. I think it's more about learning how to just be more comfortable in your own skin and feel less broken. Because it's always there. I still fucking reorganize shit constantly. Like, it's there all the time. I just don't feel like, I don't feel like I need to touch the upper right corner of a mirror 3 times every day and smile at that exact corner. Or whatever weird ritual I designed that day. I don't have any of that anymore. That's nice. But I do like to color coordinate things and reorganize all the time. Like, it's still there. It's just less. Ooh, dramatic fun. We found some darkness in our family with those tests. Not darkness, but, like secret babies and stuff. Oh, my mom freaked out and made it worse. I'm so weird about not. Yeah, I know. Yeah, bless my mom's heart. I think she's absolutely a product of her generation and like mental health not being a thing at all. I think she's trying to work on it, but yeah, when I went through my shit, she was immediately like, "Well, I don't know what I did to deserve this." And I was like, "You bitch." I need to burp really bad. Burp. Our normal wait, our brain had normal reactions to shitty things in our environment. We're not broken. Our brains are doing what they're supposed to. It just stresses us out. As an unfortunate side effect. Yeah. It's so weird. The more I learn about stuff like that, like, my mom describing me as a child, like you really get along with people. You're really good at reading people and learning that's, a trauma response to being around people that you can't trust and just needing to know the exact soul of every single human in a room because one might fucking flip out or something. It's wild. It's wild. Shit like that. You're like, oh man. And I just thought I was a people person. Hold on, I'm moving some more of these links over and then we'll start. We can watch we can watch them. Some of them? Watch them. There's not that many. Stop it. I swear to God, I've turned autoplay off every day, and it comes back. It haunts me. Loudermilk's pretty good. That actor's great. I need to save this. This is the 3D printing one. Save. Bookmark. Save. I'm closing shit I don't need. I am going to what? Okay. It's fine. It's just computers. They're my favorite. My mom accidentally dropped on me. Wait, dropped on me. I likely have a brother that was heavy kept secret. Really? Creepy. Wait, did I fucking hold on? Oh, I found it. I'll give a story. Yep, I got it. I'll give a story, and I do have permission from Lady Love. Thank you for asking permission, because some people feel like this is an open forum to talk about their significant other. I'm like, what if they show up? You know how many times a husband or wife or a significant other in general has just shown up? Don't talk shit. Mostly because it's kind of related to what to the what not to do during. Ray, my lady love, beautiful name, was having a moment. We call them not as a joke to deal with it in a weird way. Absolutely. It's a moment. Yeah. What else do you call it? Anyway, she was having a moment in Walmart. Now she was sitting on the ground and I was trying to calm her down. And at least off the ground, I'm not gonna get mad. Some old bitch comes from out of nowhere and accuses me of abuse like I beat her? This is where my lady love becomes my lady love. She ripped into this old woman and told her off, to which the woman just scoffed like she was in the right. Fuck that. I was both confused and proud of Ray at the same time. Yeah, I guess I'm just a terrible mother. That. Damn. I mean, I have so many things to say. My first thing to say is like, if that was an obvious abuse situation, when has it ever been the right move to walk up to said abuser and proclaim out loud in a Walmart, "Are you doing an abuse?" Yeah, that'll stop it. What? Also, throwing that shit around when you didn't see any shit at all. You know how many times I have sat crisscross applesauce in a Walmart just to sit down and try to read the 500 shampoo labels there are? And my SO has stood behind me bored, staring at their phone. What the fuck? Ma'am, this is a Wally world. What are you doing? Like, that's my. I mean, so many. What? It just cheapens. I mean, and those things aside, there is actual fucking abuse out there, my dudes. What the fuck? Like, there are bitches out there being abused. Let's not. Let's just fucking not. I mean, a white knight old lady, and like, what's a little old bitch gonna do about it? I mean, I guess she feisty, but what are you doing? I'm serious. I mean, you don't need to have any personal experience to know that dealing with a volatile person who is willing to physically abuse their significant other in public is not someone you walk up to. Are you abusing? What? I'm 6 feet tall and I wouldn't do that. Sitting on the floor is great. I think better. It's like turning the music down in the car when you're lost and you're driving. Seriously, I can't think as well if I'm just standing there reading labels. It's real. All right, I moved all the links over. I think I did. Let's maybe laugh. I avoid my Walmart because we got an issue with people trying to kidnap people? That is fucked. What? Excuse me! Are you doing a violence? It just is so ignorant. You're literally gonna exacerbate the situation. Because that abuser is gonna say, "I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about. This was just a blah 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 blah," and then they're gonna take that other person home and beat the living shit out of them. Because it's always gonna be the abused's fault. The victim's fault. You know what I'm trying to say. It's not how we go about it. I mean, come on. And anyways, sorry. That shit is just that gives me an anger. Where's my music coming from? I need to pause it. What if she pulled out a badge and whipped off her normal clothes and started beefing superhero style in the Frozen section? I mean, I feel like if she was a superhero, she would have been able to tell that that wasn't an abuse situation. Though, right? Theoretically. Is there a speed limit to how quickly a healthy adult can inflate their lungs? Like manually using their diaphragm? I mean, I can't think of an instance where, I mean, your diaphragm's a muscle and it can become stronger and stronger and stronger, making it just more efficient and breathe heavier and extend your lungs more. But I can't think of a moment where your body would hurt yourself doing that. Now, absolutely on like a ventilator or like mechanical ventilation, yes. Fuck yeah, but I feel like that's like common sense, right? If you need a clean bathroom, stop at a Starbucks. Are they pretty good? Just with their musculature and the volume capacity of their throat. So you do have a certain extent that your thoracic cavity can expand. Um, how do I word this? So you've got your lung tissue, right? You've got your non-conducting airways, which are the bronchial tubes, throat, all of this. Non-conducting meaning no oxygen transfer, right? They're like rigid. They don't really expand too much. And then you've got all the pink fluffy alveoli. You don't like grow additional alveoli based on your like athletic prowess or your in shapeness or whatever. You just become more efficient at respirating via your diaphragm. Like that usually gets more efficient at what it's doing, i.e., it can pull the lungs and expand them further to just fit more air and have better oxygen CO2 transfer. And then it can actually like push out more air, have less of a residual volume. However, you will always have a residual volume because otherwise your lungs would collapse. Um, there have been few cases, but I've read cases of people who do things like I don't know the name of it, but it's like they dive really deep with those really long flippy things on and they're trying to like beat records of diving deep. They're not necessarily going fast. But there's something about their breathing and the pressure where they'll pop ribs because their lungs start expanding beyond the capacity of their thoracic cavity. And it's something about the pressure and the lack of gravity on there, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But they're exceedingly extenuating circumstances. Free diving, thank you, free divers. Yeah, it's super cool to watch, but ugh. Does that make sense? So, like, outside of extenuating circumstances, your body should not be able to hurt itself just by becoming more efficient at breathing. Like, for instance, like people who have COPD, emphysema, same thing, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It's essentially your alveoli, the little tiny microscopic pink bubbles that make up the pink fluffy tissue of your lungs. They become over distended from years and years and years of taking these really, really deep breaths, probably smoking or something or otherwise. And so people like that will start to develop what we call a barrel chest, where the thoracic cavity over a very, very long period of time will actually start to bow out to make up the difference. But that's like, I mean, years. I mean, like, I would go to say like 20 plus, at least, of doing something like that. Does that make sense? The vacuum created by your diaphragm dropping is pretty quick. Muscles are potentially really quick. Is there an upper limit to how quickly your lungs are filled? Are the branches linear or do they twist and turn around each other? Is there an upper limit to how quickly your lungs are filled? An upper limit? Probably, but I don't think a human being could breach it. Probably, but I don't think a human being could breach it. Are the branches linear or do they twist and turn around each other? They are much more 3D. They're not like a flat. They're more like this, like intertwined and into the alveoli. And the branches deliver the air that you breathe in to the alveoli. The alveoli do the oxygen CO2 transfer, and then we exhale CO2 and moisture. This is super nerdy. Does that help? No, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's about it. I do know.
What the fucking fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking.
That gif is so weird.
Fuck.
Certainly illustrates the diversity of the word.
Easy. Thank you for resuming the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it a swings. I fucking appreciate you, Honeybean. That's a lot of fucking months, dude. What the hell? What was I gonna say? Oh, I got to when I worked at Hopkins, I got to work with the world's #1 lung transplant, blah, blah, blah. But he was actually super fucking smart, and I got to pick his brain about weed a little bit, and there's one thing he told me he read in, he was actually I don't know if he got to be part of the scientific study, like, he was one of the scientists involved or what group he was involved with, but I'm sure you already know this, but for anyone else out there, holding the smoke in for an extended period of time does nothing but deprive you of oxygen and make you lightheaded. The THC absorption is if it's gonna be absorbed, it's absorbed so goddamn quick. Anything not absorbed after a second, the molecules are too big. But you already probably know that. That was fun to learn about because, I mean, I think we all grew up, like, huffing and holding, right? Like, I might have a bowed chest at one point just from holding pot. It's crazy. Like, if you were under pressure, like, when intubated, there's probably a speed that would cause damage. 100%. Yes, and that I mean, and that's why I say, like, when it comes to mechanical ventilation, there are so many other factors as well, like, not only like, if we're taking a body that is under a paralytic, therefore I have 1000% control of respiratory rate, volume, speed, and everything like that, it's much less likely to happen, like, I can actually respirate people at kind of an absurd rate. Like, I think ventilators these days can go up to, like, 45, 50 respirations a minute. It's wild because some people like get these CO2 imbalances and whatever, and we can breathe it off. And it's like, if I paralyze you, it's not that bad. This is a lot of the time why we put people in medical induced comas. However, if you aren't medically paralyzed and you're just kind of sedated, no matter what, and you guys probably know this, you have a lovely nervous system that does stuff without you thinking about it, like breathing. Now you're all thinking about breathing, and I'm sorry. But breathing, digesting, pooping, things moving through your body, peeing, creating pee, all these things that are happening when you're not thinking about it. And unfortunately, breathing is one of those things. So if I don't paralyze you, if part of the art of a respiratory therapist, actually, we don't like paralyzing people. Like, we try to get you off as much sedation and paralytic as possible. Because none of that's good. We want to keep you awake, even if you're on a ventilator. But part of the art of being a respiratory therapist is looking at a patient and sitting there with those knobs on the ventilator and just, I mean, you're moving micro dots, perfecting, lining up with the patient's natural syncope, natural rhythm of breathing, natural rate. If, we're just managing breathing because of a surgery or something, obviously not because we're like breathing off something. Like, but the more comfortable they are, the less barotrauma we're actually causing. Whereas if my patient wants to breathe 12 breaths a minute and I'm forcing 22 on them, they're gonna be coughing and bucking and causing trauma and causing pressure on that tube in their throat and all sorts of things. I mean, I don't want to go into nightmare stuff, but it can be really bad. It's part of, I mean, it was a huge part of my job. Sitting there, I'd sit there for 45 minutes to 4 hours, just move at one pin and just watch for 15 minutes. Do they bucking the ventilator, meaning they halt the flow and the ventilator beeps at me because something's wrong. That's a huge part of it because they do cause barotrauma. I mean, barotrauma meaning pressure trauma. Like, if you are 5 foot and I try to put in the liters that I hold in my body, I can cause massive trauma and pop you. But that's mechanical ventilation. Like, I don't believe a human can do that to themselves. Like, there is crazy outlying phenomena. I'm sure you guys are aware of this, especially if you were assigned male at birth, you have a high likelihood between the ripe ages of 17 and 35 to have something called a spontaneous pneumothorax, where spontaneously one of your lobes of your lung will just collapse. Kind of feels like a heart attack or like the tightest horrible muscle pull of your life, just randomly in your chest. And you have to go in and get it aspirated with a big needle, and it's horrible. But that's, I mean, spontaneous, meaning we don't know why. It just happens. Like, that has nothing to do with breathe rate or, whatever. It's totally random. Does that make sense? Sorry. This is what I went to school for, if that's not apparent. I went tangent today. Sorry, guys. Oh god, Drana, good luck. The limiting factor is your lungs are a container, not a pass-through. That is very, very true. Yes. You can become more efficient at using what you have. Like, most people do not use their full lung capacity. Most people are breathing exceedingly shallow. It's kind of crazy. But like opera singers and stuff like that, runners, swimmers, they just learn how to use that full capacity more efficiently via a strong diaphragm, et cetera, et cetera. The ducts in your eyes are through your sinus, though not your lungs. Wait, what? Yes, that's true. What? Who said it's through your lungs? I mean, it's all one big picture. It's all kind of connected, but what? Yes, Saronin. I mean, to do. Yes. Short answer, yes. Yes. Barring extraneous, obviously, things. That's the little ENT thing, right? Your nose and throat. That's why when you get infections in one, it affects all three. From pitiable. Well, the problem with ear, nose, throat stuff is that it's all mucous membranes, which happen to be like very, very thin dermis and like extremely vascular. Therefore, if one thing's affected, the whole picture is probably going to be affected really fucking fast, which is why when you get the sniffles, it tends to spread really quickly. Does that make sense? And it's connected. Katie, what? What? What about vaping and smoking? What about it? What's about it? Oh God, Dream, I hate that. Oh, so some people tends to be people who have an elongated nasal passage, just physically, it's just anatomically who you are. Some people genetically can plug their nose and blow and their ears pop. The other ones can do that and air will come out of your tear ducts. And all it is these elongated, very dilated nasal passages so the air can actually exit out your sinuses, but it's not connected to your lungs. It's just like air from here being. But this is connected to this, which is your lungs. So, I mean, yeah. But like, I met Sean from Hot Wings, and he did a Hot Wings episode with actual Kevin Bacon, but I wouldn't consider myself 2 degrees from Kevin Bacon. So, like, I don't know. Everything's connected if you really want to get that far into it, but not directly. Like my sister Katrina, if she could have a mouthful of milk and do that and cry milk, it wasn't coming from her lungs. It was coming from her mouth. There's a dog hair on me. Does that make sense? It doesn't. So Lizzie, I was just saying that actually that was a really cool thing I learned when I was working at Hopkins. I actually got to work with one of the #1 lung surgeons who was actually part of some weed studies. He wasn't smoking it, but he was part of the studies. And he told me that was one of the thing that is really interesting. There is absolutely zero effect from holding weed for an extended period of time in your lungs. THC that is of an absorbable molecule size will be absorbed in under a few seconds. After that, anything you're holding, anything visible is too big to be absorbed. That's how specific alveoli are. Like visible smoke's too big. It's actually the invisible shit that we're actually absorbing. The only thing that's happening when you hold it in for an extended period of time is you're depriving your brain of oxygen and you get lightheaded, which makes you fabricate that you have become more high. So, like, if you like it, keep it. But, like, it's not the pot, you know? I can do that, Mishy, but I cannot pop my ears by doing this. I can only do it by shutting my eyes and almost like I almost did it. I can simulate a yawn and make myself yawn and it pops my ears by crushing my eyes. Yeah, it's so weird. I was just making sure there weren't any more questions. Okay, I think I answered. Did that make sense? There's a fucking hair on me. I'm gonna go crazy. Yeah, exactly. And that's why like dabbing and vaping, the temperature at which that distillate is heated to is violently specific. Because if you're making it too cool, the molecules are too big and you're actually just wasting it and you can cause issues. Like that shit can pool in your lungs. Your lungs are not meant to absorb oil or like thick ass distillates like that, you know? Yeah. Yes, absolutely. You hear like that like almost fishbowl like Just doing that, it's like a fuzz. Like, it's like a deafening, like, I couldn't even explain it. What is that? I just did it. I'm doing it over and over. What is that? Boom. I have no idea. Feels great. I started vaping during chemo, and honestly, until I learned holding it does nothing, I was over here, same. Same. I still do it by habit sometimes, and I have to remind myself I don't need to. Like, there's no point. You're just holding in shit that's too big. Giggity? It's such a toss-up, Glut. I've thought about that a lot because, for me, some edibles do something and some do absolutely fuck all. Some people love edibles, some people don't. I think the problem with, and it's not really a problem. How would I say this? The conundrum with edibles, I agree with you. I think edibles are like the road of least harm because you're not exposing your throat to excessive heat all the time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, there is caveats to constantly smoking hot items, obviously. Like, none of us can deny that. The THC isn't going to kill us. It's going to be something else. But the caveat, the whatever, to the edibles is every single person's digestive system is so fucking different that those THC molecules have to survive whatever your gut acid environment is like, and then get into the intestines, and then be absorbed into the bloodstream via the intestinal wall, and then go to the blood-brain barrier. And that's a lot of shit to survive. Like, for me, if I want to take an edible, I do like a sucky candy because absorbed into the sublingual, like, mucous membrane in my mouth. I'm assuming they actually do something for me because they're not contending with, did I eat that day? Have I drank water? Am I feeling burpy? Like, what the fuck's going on with me on the inside? It's not as reliable. Like, I don't know when it's going to kick in or anything, I guess. Bitch, you are, David. Ingestion turns into a different chemical. It can, yeah, and that's another thing, like, I don't even know. Everybody it's so different, you can't generalize, like, the human digestive system because it's so catered to whatever you eat on a daily basis. Like, there's some, people that don't digest fats as well or as, efficiently as other people, and that's what THC molecules are. So if you're one of those people, you're never gonna get the same hit from edibles. It might be a waste of money. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, god damn it, there's a fuzz on my face. It's driving me crazy. I honestly think those dry herb vapes are probably the path of least harm. The like one that Lizzie had. I think Lizzie has one. There's like a Da Vinci and I think Pax has one. It absolutely does glut. They actually have sublingual tinctures that are amazing for people who have no interest in the experience of imbibing in marijuana. It's just that sublingual drop. You just let it sit there. Absolutely. Yeah. I actually lived off CBD that way before my meds kicked in. I tried a few different edibles because I really don't like smoking, but the edibles were just making my symptoms worse or making me so high I would be lying in bed so focused on my breathing I'd get anxiety. Yeah, I get that. The problem, I think, I don't think weed can replace like cigarette smoking simply because cigarette smoking you do it so much more often. It's so much more of a casual activity. If you smoke that much weed, you'd rock your body. I feel like cigarette smoking, this is just talking to a lot of people who are working through cessation or are interested in it. It feels like replacing more of the habit of getting up every couple of hours and going outside more so than actually lighting something and inhaling it. Like replacing it with something so you're still going through with the entire motion of it, but there's not a cigarette involved. I don't know how to do that. But it feels like it's more of like the ritual of it that's the harder part to break. Like a lot of people, I'm sure you've heard, like people in the military, if we don't smoke, we don't get a smoke break. You don't get a break. So they start smoking to get a break. And then suddenly they're not in the military and they want to quit. And they're like, well, now I'm just sitting for 6 hours. Like, what do I do? A big part of their issue is like they start gaining weight because they're not getting up anymore and they don't know what to do. And it's like, that's part of the plan, part of the cessation plan we try to work on with people is like, we're not just going to not get up now. Let's just replace it with something, get a dog. I think people do forever glut. My mom has said that she quit when she was pregnant with me. And she says every once in a while she'll get a whiff of a cigarette and want it real fucking bad. These edibles were just below the federal legal limit of THC I got off Amazon. No shit, the edibles that hit me the most are microdoses. And this is what I'm saying. I don't understand. I think it's just everybody's personal. This meat sack does whatever it wants with THC. I have no idea. Edibles are definitely a different high in my experience, Kendo. It's how do you explain it? It's a really slow oncoming, like gradual climb of the high, and it feels more like a fuzzy body static feeling. Like it's for me, I really like edibles or like bath soaks or something if I have a really bad sore muscle or an injury or something like that, because it really like makes your body kind of go slack a little bit. Just like this kind of warm, fuzzy feeling a little bit. It is. It's totally different. Whereas smoking, and this is just personal experience, obviously I can't generalize for everybody, but smoking, you get, I mean, if I'm not feeling it within 30 seconds of taking a hit, there's something wrong. And it's immediate, it's strong, and it's the gradual go down instead. And usually by 2 hours, it's completely gone. Ish. But that's my experience. I tend to like smoking better because I'm kind of a control freak. I like to know when I'm going to be high, how long I'm going to be high, period. I don't want to like take a sucky candy and be like, all right, let's fucking see. I've done that before. It was weird. Oh, dude, Mishy, like cigarettes after sex. Yeah. I miss the method of smoking a rollie. Once in a blue moon, I'll pinch a rollie off someone, and that's enough to satisfy it. I totally get that. Yeah, it's the ceremony of it, kind of, right? The smell of a cigarette never bothered me, but the smell of like an ashtray or someone who treats their body in house like an ashtray. That wet old butt smell. You know the one. You know it. People that smoke in their car or something, like, and with the windows closed. I don't know what's going on. It's a wet something. Yuck. I couldn't have my hands near my face when I was a smoker, especially while sleeping, because it was horrible. Oh, yeah. No, gross. My mom smoked like half of the pregnancy with me. Honestly, like from what they know, I gotta grind up some weed. We smoked marshmallow. Chem cake? No, that's an indica. I'll fuck with that off stream just in case it makes me sleepy. The only like causational, correlational kind of little bit of column A, little bit of column B result we've seen with people who continue smoking cigarettes through the pregnancy is low birth weight, because if you're smoking cigarettes, you're putting things in your body that aren't food, and people who smoke cigarettes oftentimes have a low appetite, et cetera, et cetera. So you're just generally eating a lot less, and you tend to be a lot thinner, therefore your baby's thin. But it does have, I mean, they've done studies where there's not enough information to really say, like, yeah, your child is a lot more likely to do XXX and probably smoke cigarettes later in life. But they have done studies about it. A lot of doctors, like, won't tell mothers to necessarily quit, especially if they're a heavy smoker, because the stress of it can cause a miscarriage or cause stress to the baby and stuff like that. They'll just ask you to cut down as much as possible, et cetera, et cetera. I'll smoke glue. Oh, you should. Okay. Glue? Don't smoke glue. Katie does not condone. Oh, okay, Gorilla Glue, you smart ass. Shit, I wanted to pause the music. Sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. I don't apologize. I will always go off on a tangent when it comes to mental health, and I'm not sorry. Like I said, I can look at this shit any fucking day. This is great. Bi people have the best color hex codes. Boo. Boob 69, 420 ass. Oh, 420 69. Is that real? Because that's pretty great. It'd be great if it was. I kind of hope it is. But like, I like all the. I don't think. Is there an ugly pride flag? Does anyone hate their pride flag? I like these colors. They're unicorn. I mean, unicorn colors, obviously. Yeah, I kind of want to live in the lie because I like it. I kind of want it to be real. Is the pansexual pride flag ugly? Hold on, let me look it up. Pan flag. Man, I have to agree, but it's seriously just personal. I just don't like the color yellow. Like that color yellow. It's like borderline this lemon. I don't like it. I'm sorry. It's just the yellow. The poly flag. Hold on, I'm gonna look up poly flag. Poly. Okay, wait. I got a lot of. It's what? Just show me all the flags. Where's the what? Get out! I want to see the poly flag. Fuck you. Is it? Is it the pink, green, blue? I'm getting so many different flags. So there's a pink, green, blue, and then there's one with a heart and a white triangle in it, and it's like blue, coral, red, dark purple. Or there's one with the pi sign, but I think that was a joke that we like wanted to manifest, and I don't know if it actually happened. I'm genuinely curious. This is real. Shut up. This is real. Stop it. Do you think this was secretly on purpose? Because that is fucking hot magic. I've never been more proud. I've never been more of a proud bi in my life. This is amazing. What? I truly thought it wasn't going to be real. You guys are blowing my mind. You guys aren't fucking with me, right? I love blue. Blue is definitely one of my faves. I'm so excited. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. We wanted to live in a lie, and it's not even a lie. Dude, that's amazing. I trust you, but Glut posted a link to the fucking check or whatever if you guys want to look. Amazing. Well, the Brits, let's be honest, we're a very international world. I kind of like the flowery spelling, to be real. Liqueur, calour. Something else ending in oor. Hey, what else? Help. Recontour. I got nothing. I like it. It's fun. Favor, flavor, flavor. Yeah. It's fun. Why not? Fuck it. It's the end of the world. Everything's on fire. Let's just start saying things like knife and gnome. Yeah? Can we? We don't laugh anymore. We laugh. Ugh. Fuck it. If everyone else in the world gets to make up their own goddamn rules, so do we. You gnomes. Yeah, Knight. Why not? Why not? Everybody else is making up their own fucking rules. If people with money get to make up bullshit to make our lives miserable, I'm gonna make up bullshit too. Fuck it all. Fook it all. Starting a new thing. Oh my god. Is it Nomedic or is it Gnome Dick? It's either genius or fucking mean. Kniffy? I think my mom does that. That's amazing. We should do it. I'm saying. Veggie tables. Let's make a movement. My mom does the same. She used to say instead of Target. We never went to Walmart. We went to Wally World. I didn't even know Walmart was a thing until I was like in middle school, and I was like, wait, Wally World has a name? Probably, but Gnome Dick's funnier. Gnome Dick's definitely funnier. To all of you who never experienced America's Next Top Model, you had a guardian angel looking over you. I say this often, but it is an actual true fucking miracle that any of us survived the early 2000s, and that show didn't help shit. Cheers to those surviving EDs. Thanks, Tyra. Yeah, that show was disgusting. Seriously disgusting. It was so fucking gross. It was just like putting pretty girls together and the TV was just watching them be catty. I don't know. It was nasty. But we all watched it and loved it at the time. Fucking Jesus did not take that wheel. I don't know what happened. Did Jesus take that wheel or did Jesus jump out the car with the gas pushed? I don't know. Oh, same, Kona. Hard same. It was terrible. We were all rooting for you! Fucking Tyra. She did give us some memes, though, right? She truly, I mean... Tyra never failed to deliver on the meme front. We have to be honest there. She, like, whether it was that hair... You know the one. I like Jill! Or if it was that, God, it was a great time. Yeah, it was like the birth or maybe like the blow up era of reality TV and like those real house. What the fuck were they? I always forget the name. I didn't have TV during this era, which was probably a good thing. But it was when they would put all the like young 20-year-olds in a house together and just watch them fuck with secret cameras. I mean, that wasn't the concept of the show, but that was basically the show. Real people of real somethings. Real world. What was the point of it? I honest to fuck cannot think. Was it a competition? Like, what was the point of it? I really don't know. It's not Big Brother. I've never seen Big Brother. It was before, I think before Big Brother, honest. I don't know when Big Brother happened. I've never seen it before. No, it was the real world one. It was the MTV. Was not a competition. Was it literally just watching youthful people be in a house together? That was it. That was the show. Was it a social experiment? Really? Oh, was it like, how long does it take for people to drop the pretense kind of thing? Interesting. I dig that. I dig tornadoes. Did you see they're making a new, like, Twister movie? I feel like no shit, 2 days after we were talking about Twister on stream, I saw a theatrical trailer or whatever. I mean, no shit, little tiny pop can balls going into the air. I was like, are you fucking with me? I mean, I know I've never lived in Tornado Alley. Lots of you know far more about these fucking horrifying evil wind things. But we watched videos of them on stream that y'all gave me that are like legit videos of people who chase tornadoes and have seen them. And the ones in this trailer, this video look fucking pathetic. They look nothing like anything real that we watched. And they don't sound like it either. At all. They're like the skinny, tubey ones. They're like, and they just sound like some heavy wind, not like the children screaming red alarm that we heard, which is what tornadoes sound like. It's horrifying. Look it up. They weren't like these wide, fat, terrifying, mystical things actually moving super fast. They make them look so not real. I was pissed for you. I don't know. The original Twister did a better job. I don't know. Why do we need a remake? It looks like it's a fucking remake. I have no idea. It's funny how we both realize that tornadoes are like Jordan Peele horror. Same. No shit. I saw the trailer for this movie with Zach, and I went off. I was like, oh my God, Zach, did I tell you that Stream taught me about tornadoes and now I have a new worst fear ever next to Humboldt squid, and it's fucking air. It's wind. And I was like, no, really? And he starts laughing. I'm like, no, did you know they sound like screaming children and like an alarm at the same time? Did you know that? He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. It's a sequel? Okay, I'm kind of more with that. But also, they're still using pop. It was definitely the pop cans. I mean, I don't know if that's just supposed to be a connection to the new movie, but in this day and age, you'd think they had something better, like a 3D printer or something. You know, little science kids. Wouldn't they have something better than pop cans? The nostalgia bait, it's constant. It's constant. It's like they know they'll get at least an X amount of people to go watch it guaranteed. Therefore, they don't care that X amount of people think it's a stupid and unnecessary thing to do. The Crow. Oh my God. I couldn't not do it. I know I shouldn't have, but I went and I watched The Crow the other day, like the original. And I just got even more angry about this goddamn remake. Why? No one wanted it. Fucking nobody asked for it. All right, the Aniko one. That's where I'm starting. I'm moving those over. No one wanted it. No one. It looks. I just know. No. No. Nope. 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 No. 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 Nope. Nope. No. 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 Right. They're classics, and like we talked about this on stream a few weeks ago. But there's something that is so weird to me that these movie producers, directors, whatever, that they, of all people, should understand, in my opinion, because it's their scope. But there's a lot of those movies that only worked because of the time period they were created. You know? What was the one we were talking about the other day? It was like the grit of the film of that era and stuff like that was part of it. And remaking it, it's just too clean and pretty. Like, it'll never work. You'd have to purposely dirty it or something. I can't remember what movie. We were talking about something specific. It's like last week. But I don't remember. The original Twister was great. Bill Paxton was amazing. It was scary, visceral. It seemed, like not realistic, but realistic-ish. The worst natural disasters we have here are Tories and royals. Jesus. Also, heard about your like princess whatever and her disappearance or new face or something. Mother Nature is a fickle bitch. I think we should have been nicer. I had bad dreams as a kid thanks to that movie. I didn't take it seriously. I thought that movie great. I thought that movie vastly over exaggerated tornadoes. And then, just a few months ago, chat was like, "Hey Katie, do you want to see some new nightmares? We know you're afraid of the ocean, but do you also want to be afraid of the land and air?" And I was like, "Ooh. Yippee." Tornadoes are not okay. It's not okay. You couldn't make Clockwork Orange in this day and age. The original Rollerball said so much more in the 2000s remake. 100%, yeah. Yes. The Shining. I don't think if they tried to remake that today, it would have any of the same effect. Part of it is the gritty, like, film of that era, I think really completes it. And the people of that era, how they were, I don't know. You couldn't create the same, like, feel. I think part of the fear is the time of it or something. She got pregnant with her sister's ex who allegedly shot himself a few weeks ago. Ooh. This is the rumor. She got pregnant with her sister's ex who allegedly shot himself a few weeks ago and was forced to have an abortion, and in the meantime, Will and Kate have split. This is the rumor, and because of the general stop fucking remaking animated films, when the point is that I thought this was related. Is that medium is animation. You can't translate it onto live action film and you have to I hate it. I will take animation over real life any fucking day. And going from animation to I just don't understand. I've even asked my nieces, like, they are Disney kids, as they should be. Disney's amazing. Like, we all grew up on some Disney, I'm pretty sure, at least a little bit. And I've asked them because they've seen all the new, like, real people remakes of the classics that we loved as kids. And I've asked them straight up, like, not in a biased tone. Like, I definitely was like, what is your guys' favorite? Do you guys like it with real people or do you guys prefer the cartoons? Cartoons, 100%. Every fucking time. And these are like kids that are little. I mean, they're Gen A Alpha, whatever the fuck. I don't know. They're not winning kids over. I don't understand why they're happening. Kate's disappearance has something to do with How to Train Your Dragon remake. I'm sure about it. Honestly, what if she got a dragon, though? Would anybody... I mean... I don't know if I'd be opposed to that. That seems kind of dope. A tornado, like, happening or happened? No shit. That's so scary. No, I hate them. Nope. 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 The Mulan cartoon had such a strong message. They killed that message in the first 5 minutes of the live action version. I didn't watch it. I couldn't do it. I love Mulan so much. Not only because Christy A. Ugh, what a legend. Like, she sang the songs and did such a phenomenal job. But the original is just so beautifully done. I couldn't do it. I couldn't even, no interest there, man. But as David would say, animation's for babies. So. I need a burp. Okay, quick break. I gotta pee, and then we'll watch these other videos. We got a couple. We got some musics. Stretch your dicks. I know it's almost closing time, but like I want to watch the rest of these videos with you guys, so we'll go a little bit late. And I gotta pee really bad. So like BR to the motherfucking B. My desk smells like pot. Big shocker. Okay. I forgot that we're supposed to get slammed with some fucking nasty ass snowstorms. So let's watch these music videos, enjoy them, and then I have to get the dogs the fuck outside. I can feel it. I can smell it. I can smell it. Can you smell all the snow on the wind? Sorry, I had to put tape on my nose because I swear to God there was a piece of hair that was just like floating around my face and driving me fucking crazy. We had Bridge City Center's heavy live session. The eyelashes off the hook, and then an eco. Those should make up for the strange links earlier. Not that they were terrible, just like, what? Like when my mods universally just want to ban you for a link that's not necessarily against the rules, just like personally offensive to their sensibilities. Know what I'm saying? Okay. Volume, music, where are you coming from? Spots. This is the music. Oh, no, I got a duck family forming a little basin. Cute. Peepers. I started hearing birds the other day. I was outside. The snow finally completely melted. Like, we have this. Our yard is like a hill down next to the house. So half of the yard is either shaded by my house or our huge fence. So it basically never gets sun. So the snow was there and it was just like this solid pack. It finally melted enough that I could go out there and pick up all the dog poop underneath it. Oh my God. So fucking gross. But like, I heard the birds. I heard birds. I got very excited. No, I love all the things. Duck families, but also you heard a first frog. But not ducks. I like frogs. I don't have any baby ducks here, but I think we get frogs. I mean, it's so exciting when I start seeing the geese come back. I'm just like jonesing to plant, and it's still so far away. I technically can't plant anything until like mid-April. Technically. Ducks are very violent. I think God's karma was making their dick fall off half the year. That's why they fly away. It's shame. Nature's pretty fucking violent. That's one of my least favorite parts about nature shows. I love nature shows, but man, it's always like, look at the mystical seal as it swims it in the frozen temperatures and kills that adorable little macaroni penguin, Schnocky. And you're just like, I am on a roller coaster here, man. Can we just separate the shit? Like, I understand the chain. Like, sometimes I just want to watch a nature show and be calm and not witness baby antelope get taken out of the pack. Like, yes, we know it happens. Can we just get some nice, like a series of just, here's some friendly documentaries for those that are well aware there's murder out there and we just don't revel in watching it. You know? I'd love that. Just the pretty stuff. I love those the Birds of Paradise ones because there ain't no murder. It's just about their weird fuckery. It's great. It's very calm to put on in the background. I know. I'd sob. Me too. Suddenly, and it's like, not only have you made me watch Macaroni Penguin die, which is super fucking sad, and Robin Williams voiced one in a movie, so how dare you? Now I hate seals. Why have you done this? I could skew, but most of the stuff that I have, I mean, I haven't bought any like I have like some. I actually have them on my desk somewhere. I just have some like seeds that I've hoarded for years that I found. One is some bush beans and then bachelor buttons, and all of them say, like, just reading about them, that they don't transfer well and you should seed them outside. I tried to go early. I tried to cheat. Rules said waste of time. Boo. They do. Orcas are, I mean, we're all gonna get our karma from orcas. Let's be real. You ain't wrong. And I don't hate orcas. I just respect the fuck out of them. Stay the hell away from them. They scare me. David Attenborough's shows tell us, shows now just tell us how climate change is killing animals, and that's even worse. That's kind of stuff we need to know about. I can't stop the food chain, nor do I want to. However, I could recycle more if I tried. Everybody probably could. I love David Attenborough's voice, by the way. I've watched all that animal stuff. It's great, but it's kind of an emotional roller coaster. I don't really need additionally in my life, you know? No, 100%. I mean, I'll be a little bitch about it too. It's horrible to watch. But like, there's horrible shit to watch that we need to watch. And you know what's not horrible to watch? I'll give you exactly 3 guesses. Oh, I just feel like they're gonna get caught on something. Same. I've never been able to do dangly earrings. Like, these make me nervous sometimes. And they're babies, let's be real. I mean, is 10 a lot? Like, I don't know what a lot is. Like, I just want the shipping to be as cheap as possible. Like, make it as cheap as possible. But like, I don't know, a bundle of them. Color-wise? Probably just black. Whatever the cheapest color is. What do you have in excess of? Because honestly, I can paint them with resin stuff or anything easily. I can make them any color. Use up what you got. Whatever filament or whatever you have the most of and you want to get rid of. I can do anything. I could change it easily. Not even a problem. Yeah, just do white. That works. That's honestly super easy because then I can do some glittery and shit. That's what I did with those other ones. I painted them. I think they were like gray or something, and I painted them with nail polish. Literally like blue gel nail polish and cured them under a black light. It worked perfect. I can change anything. Yeah, it's totally fine. I can paint them purple, Lizzie. That's the beauty. I can make them any color. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm assuming if it's anything like any other craft, you probably have a surplus of neutrals and then, brights and specific colors, very minimal. Like, those are for the special projects. Like, use up the shit. Use up the piss color. Whatever, because I can make it whatever I want. Make it cheap. Why? There goes the tab crash. God damn it. I guess that signals the end of our day. Good. Oh, it's just perma-crashed. Okay, good. That's new. Really? Okay, I'm just not gonna touch it. No, Vex, you didn't do it. It's a tab. I mean, it was like, I don't even know what it was. It's just perma-crash now. It's not you. It's not me. I don't know. It's just like it gets overloaded sometimes and turns into a bitch. But that's fine because we had a few videos we were gonna watch, and then I kind of forgot. But we're allegedly getting slammed with some existential fucking storm tonight, so I need to get my dogs out before that hits. But at least we get to hit metaphorically with Vex before we chill. It's honestly, I think the crashing is the browser. That's my theory. I think that's a browser thing. I want to blame it out on Firefox because I don't know how my computer's got its problems. Don't you fucking get me wrong. Like she's a bitch. We trying, but I don't know how my computer would have anything like how that anything hardware wise would do anything to the browsers crashing. I don't understand how it would work, so I try not to blame it on it. But maybe. I love you, Lizzie. Thank you for hanging out and sharing beauty with us. I do like to slap shit around. No shit. So my plan, eventually when I'm ever able to replace this cryptic Frankenbeast that runs this sad show that you all choose to participate in, bless your damn souls. I'm going to smash it with a sledgehammer in slow motion on video in my yard. I try to make it look super fucking cool and then share it with you guys. But I'm going to absolutely have a very good time smashing it to the fucked pieces. So even if it doesn't look cool, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do my best, but like it's got to feel good over everything. You know what I'm saying? This thing has caused me to cry more than most things in life. It's not okay. It's inanimate for fuck's sake. Going to enjoy smashing it to pieces. It's going to be a good time. And then I might use the pieces to make like a statue of a vagina. This pussy's great. I don't know anywhere safe to blow it up, and honestly, it would not have the same effect. I have a literal sledgehammer, and I need to viscerally feel it. I need it. You know? Yeah, mutant. I kind of feel that it does that sometimes. I feel like it's feeding me false information because it's like tabs that shouldn't crash will do this perma crash thing, and then now it's just stuck where it just says new tab, which it's not. It was a crash tab. Someone gave me a link, and it's just a gray screen, and it's loading forever. And then slowly, I'll watch all the crabs start to crash in sequence, and I'm like, okay, it's like contagious or something. We smash all the things. I will smash it. Katie, smash hard. It's gonna feel so fucking good. I have so much rage towards this goddamn thing. Hi, Gaming Tacos. I hope you're well, Honeybean. Hello, Money. I hope you're well. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Donna knew. You know, I didn't think I could swing a sledgehammer, but it's similar to like an axe, and I used to chop wood when I was a kid, so I've kind of got I mean, wouldn't want to do it too much. I'd probably pull a muscle and hurt myself, but it's not too bad as long as the handle's not excessively long. I feel like I need it. Like I need to feel it die under my hands. The thing, it's so. I mean, the motherboard. You know, guys know it's like 7 years old. It's since the dawn of time. It's gonna happen. That's my goal this year. Be able to afford to replace. You're so beautiful, and I love you. Piece of shit. I do. I talk nice. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna feel good to destroy it because I have talked nice to it for too many years. I do have a huge yard, but my yard, it's so weird how Denver's kind of like this a little bit, you know? So the way we're on kind of one of the uphills, and it's like everyone around me can look just into my yard, and they do. I don't know. I've never lived in a neighborhood kind of thing before without any privacy whatsoever. For the record, I fucking hate it. But it's like, I had no idea that people whomst have a beautiful backyard choose to sit on the front porch and stare into other people's yards as like a fucking hobby. I've never felt more self conscious on my own property in my life. Neighborhoods are weird. Not a fan. That's kind of what I'm going to do to the front yard, Vex. My front yard is so dry and like similar to the way my backyard is just recently the snow melted because it never gets any sun. My front yard never gets any shade, so it just cooks. So what I've seen people do is they'll put like maybe not tires if you don't have them, but like old ceramic like planters or something tipped over on their side, maybe break a chip off the corner, fill it full of a bunch of dirt and sand, and then they plant succulents in them. Like an arrangement of kind of succulents that look like they're spilling out like in a wave of color. And they're, really low water, low maintenance plants that will survive up here. I just don't want to put anything in my front yard that's going to make me like literally deplete Denver's water source just to make it grow. I have to do dry, like arid plant, borderline air plants up there. I almost said air bud. Donna, that would be different if it was more interacting. It's just staring. Like no one, it's just staring. It'd be one thing if they said hi. I've tried. I don't get anything. I don't know what to do. I understand if your front yard's all you got, but it's a neighborhood. I know, like everybody's got the same kind of plot. Ours is like double huge, so it's huge. Everybody's got a backyard, but they want to look at like traffic and other people. I mean, it makes me feel like a spectacle, man. I started planting just tall things in my yard. Like last year I planted 2 trees. This year I want to plant some butterfly bushes. If you've ever seen those, they grow like a million little trees upwards out of kind of one root. And they grow, I mean, I think they can get up to like 15 feet tall. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some of them, they get huge. I'm just going to start planting those to just obstruct the view. I'm just giving myself the illusion of some sort of privacy. And it's not like anyone's actually truly disrupting my life, but like, I don't know what it is, growing up in the middle of nowhere or just a, a general distaste for the human population, but like I kind of just want to be alone in my yard. I don't know, man. That's it. I just kind of want to be alone and know that my neighbor isn't sitting there picking his belly button watching me shovel shit, literal shit. So basically, it's the illusion, but I've been doing that like slowly because you guys know I've told you I'm relatively close to an elementary school that I can see directly into, and we hear their bells, like the recess bells and shit all day long, and the children screaming. So I'm planting a tree line along that side of the property along the fence just to muffle the noise and stuff. And there's nothing that's gonna completely break it up, and I don't honestly care. It's a nice view. It's not that bad. I just don't want to like it. I feel very exposed, you know? Like, there's no trees here. There's no two-story buildings because really it gets too hot. It doesn't make sense to do 2 stories. Like, it just feels very, like, mouse in a field kind of feeling. I don't know. I need something. Oh, Donna, I've been forcing myself to go out anytime there's sun lately because I miss it deeply. I mean, beating off would make more sense. The staring makes me more uncomfortable. No shit, Mishy. They are like rampant, like lavender grows like that. That's honestly, lavender's something I thought about to put in my front yard. If any of y'all know of an arid, kind of like a very hardy variety of lavender I could plant, I thought about just doing literally a lavender field in my front yard. Because I think lavender is one of those plants, at least there's a few varieties of it that are absolutely arid friendly. And my front yard, if anything, is nothing grows, not even weeds. It is fucking arid. So I will have to water it a little bit, but I'd like something to proliferate that I don't have to, again, deplete Denver's water supply just to maintain up there. But right now, if you've ever seen Superstar, you know how they make fun of their house in their front yard? That's literally what my front yard looks like. For sake of like, I don't know what to do out there without costing myself millions of dollars in water. It's crazy. But like actually planted out like a lavender field in the front yard. Fuck it. Lavender's gorgeous. It's like a pest repellent. I think there's varieties that don't need too much water. I'm gonna have to look into it. That's exactly Vex, no shit. I'm not kidding. It's so weird. I don't understand it. But I've never lived with visible neighbors my whole life before here. I've always been in some semblance of privacy where I can walk out any door of my house and not immediately be confronted with the face of a human being. Like, I have a few steps of like, there's no one here. Okay, now there's people. Or my backyard at least is private. I've never had that before. So I actually have to like work myself up before I go out into my own fucking yard sometimes. Because I know there's people out there and they're probably gonna. For those that can't tell, I'm picking my belly button. That's often frequent. I don't understand it. Boodlia, what is that? Hold on. I'm gonna write that down. Hold up. It's a I mean, it's everywhere I've ever had neighbors. It's just like I've usually had something of a privacy, but I'm getting there. It's just trees. Plants are fucking expensive, man. 2 trees was all I got to do last year because they were like $50 a pop. See, we have a fence. I want to say it's 9 feet tall. We have a super tall fence because of the dogs, but because of how the neighborhood is, like just the landscape of it, we're on like the top of a hill, and the fence is a little bit lower than most of the property, so it's really bizarre. It's just because of where we are. We're kind of like on the top of a hill, so it's just we're a beacon. I feel like we're the Beetlejuice house. Dude, Vex, fuck yeah. It feels good to do that sometimes. I get it, mutant. And that's the thing. I've tried to explain that to people. I don't in general despise people. I go to cons and stuff. It's just that I need to know I have somewhere where I can go and have the choice whether or not to see humans. And if I can't even go in my backyard without being confronted by someone just staring at me, I don't feel safe in my own fucking house, you know? Like I need that mentally. Like one of my neighbors is so close that if they have people working on their roof, they can like just look directly into my kitchen window as I'm standing there like in a sports bra making coffee in the morning and make such close eye contact that I can see whether or not they have eyelashes. And I'm just like, I hate this. You know what I'm saying? It's just not it. That's not it for me. Good on you if you like that kind of shit. Not mine. Not for me. I'd like some maybe hummingbirds or something, but not that. No shit. I have thought about it, but I'm honestly just too fucking tired that like morning time to do anything about it. I mean, come on though. I get it. Yes. It's like the argument like it's cold outside, put more clothes on. Don't I have a right to some natural light in my house? I shouldn't have to live like a prisoner with blinds all the time. Come on. I deserve natural light. I love natural light. I have like 2 windows in my house. Like give it. I deserve that. I shouldn't have to like live in darkness just cuz someone outside won't stop staring at me. I mean, I think most lavender is similar to that. You have to cut it back constantly, otherwise it can become really woody, I think, right? Right. I don't think you should have to hide behind blinds all the time. That's unreasonable. Because what's the point of a window then? You're not wrong. And I do have blinds closed a lot of the time. Like you guys know I have a huge window behind me, but it literally is on the street where people walk by constantly. And that again, like the concept of people being this far away from my front window and just staring at me is so fucking weird. Strangers. Stranger danger. I hate it. We all live in darkness. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm a total cave dweller. I'd live in my basement if it wasn't full of spiders and monsters and had a quicker way out than a wrought iron ladder. Like I'd live down there. It's a choice, but if I want light, I should feel okay with it. Like I should feel like daylight minus the eyes. You know? I can go outside and interact with people, but forcing myself to do that will lead me to get going home. Same, exactly. And that's the point. It's like sometimes I need to go in my yard to like pick up dog poop, but I don't have the energy to like make small talk with a neighbor and they're insistent on it or something. And it's like, how can I nicely say, like, I don't have the emotional energy to handle you right now. Please stop. Please stop everything you're doing. You know? My mom used to carry around a spray bottle of water with a teaspoon of ammonia in it and spray it at people and dogs that would come at her when she was running. I've thought about it. I've thought about it. I've thought about it. Because it's like, man, I don't know how to nicely say it without coming off like a bitch. Like, it's nothing personal. I'm just kind of dead inside right now. And I don't know how to communicate it without you taking it personally. You wear sunscreen. Wear sunscreen. All right, let's take one last hit, and then I desperately need to take my dogs out, otherwise I'm gonna get stuck in this fucking snow. No, I don't have a winter coat. It's gonna be cold. But the sun is bad. I mean, stay out of it as much as you can. Honestly, I walk my dogs around sunset, and it's really nice. I've done that, Donna, many times. The fake phone call. I've become queen of fake phone calls. Very aware of not making the screen visible to this other party because, that's happened to many people. We've all seen that. I've done it. I've become kind of. I fucking left my water in the kitchen. I know. This doesn't count. I will drink a whole bottle to you guys. I promise. We were talking about this the other day, though. Have you ever been around someone that, like, both situations, like, say you're reading a book or you have your giant headphones on and they're, hey, what are you reading? What you listening to? Oh, are you listening to music? Do you ever just want to, like, cause same. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh man, I bet those are the type of people that see you taking a sweet gnarly nap on the couch and come over and stand really close and go, hey, are you napping? Are you asleep though? I was. And now I suddenly feel homicidal. What's up with you? Politely, fuck off! I've definitely said that. I mean, usually I'm too drowsy, but that kind of shit. And then it's like, why are you ignoring me? I'm literally reading a book. And unfortunately, it's so sad, but it's usually done by someone who doesn't read books. And I'm not saying they don't read, and I'm not shaming, but I understand where they're coming from. Like, they don't understand that, like, book reading is not, like, what would you say? Not easy to multitask a conversation with, I guess. Not even for me. I can watch a movie and read a book at the same time and get the concept of both, but like the conversation's just it's not a team activity, thank you. And if it is, I think it's clearly stated previous to the beginning, right? Yeah. I know, Donna, dude. It's honestly I am that way and it's kind of nice cuz Zach's that way too. We're both knee jerk like punchy, but because of that, neither of us surprise each other on purpose, and it's real nice. I cannot. The people that want to jump scare me real bad, there's a likelihood you're gonna get a a 6-foot girl's knuckles in your face, which are likely bigger than your knuckles, and I don't want to do it, but like, don't fucking scare me. Stay in your corner. It's real though. My sister once tried waking me up after I'd been awake all night. I told her to leave me alone or I'd kick her. She continued, so I literally bounced her off a wall. I mean, I'm not going to condone that kind of thing, but I will say that my little sister Sarah and I shared a bed for many years, and I may or may not have, kicked her out of the bed a few times when she wouldn't stop snoring or otherwise. And let me tell you, when they hit the ground, they stop snoring. Allegedly. Maybe a friend did that or something. But, like, cheers. Traitor? Oh. Just heard Zach down the hall. Traitor. The hell? All right, cheers, my dudes. Let me see who's live. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Oh, tomorrow we're going to wake and bake. Alan Wake and Bake. So, if you've been enjoying Alan Wake with me, it's been amazing. I'm going to continue it tomorrow. And then Fade Friday and the weekend stuff. You know how it goes. But I'm excited to get more into the game. She maliciously continued. Her parents heard it all, took my side. She learned. I mean, honestly, like, parents probably. Were there her parents? Or it was your parents? If they heard it all, I mean, she kind of sounds like she was being a little bitch. Just because you're a kid doesn't mean you're innocent all the time. Why do all the weirdos come to the bus stops in town to ask total strangers for drugs and money? Because we're trapped. We're literally at a bus stop waiting for a bus that's probably coming really soon. Therefore, if we try to walk away from this person, we're going to miss our bus, and they know we can't walk away. That's why. You're trapped. Like, oh my God, you're trapped in your Uggs and like whatever. We can't even. Cheers. My voice is dead. Vex, you ain't fucking wrong. It's sometimes you gotta push back kindly, but like, I won't condone the violence part. Big kids, aka adults. Good morning. Wait,
Will you grab the garbage off work?
you can't just call her trash anymore. She's a human being.
Your mom comes next week.
She's a human being. Big kids, aka adults. I mean, truly, I've heard it as a joke, like, oh yeah, they're just living out their childhood now as an adult. I truly am. I absolutely am. All the things I couldn't do as a kid that I deeply wanted to do, I'm absolutely doing as an adult. Like painting my nails whatever the fuck color I want to, and not just like pink. Wearing black all the time. Things with maybe a pentagram on them, God forbid. Doing my own thing. Doing all the shit I couldn't do. It's great. I love it. The freedom's fucking off the walls. Isn't it the best, David? Like, do you ever like start a painting project and just get up and walk away from it? There's no one there to chastise you for not cleaning your paints up immediately because you're gonna come back to it in a few hours. You know you are. You're just walking away. But like, my parents would be like, "Clean it up. It doesn't matter." And then once I clean it up, I'm exhausted and I don't come back to it ever, and then I never finish it. God damn it. I'm here for it. I mean, within reason, obviously. You still have to do the adult things like dentists and teeth brushing and bills and whatnot. But like, the freedom to, have a Xena figurine doll on my wall or a Friday the 13th Freddy figurine up on that wall instead of what are those babies in pea pods and Gettys everywhere? You know? Like, I like it. I have a wall that's just pictures you guys have sent me or drawn for me or something, and I love it, and it's obscure and it's eclectic and it's my favorite, and none of the frames match. But it's perfect. It fits. And I grew up in like one of those kind of. My mom's not. She claims she's not great at it, but she's definitely like interior decorator, picture perfect. Like everything was very cutesy farmhouse and Getty's babies photographed in pea pods or as tomatoes or something. I don't know. It was a thing for a while, but everything was that way. And it was like if your house didn't look like a place for first impressions, it wasn't worth it. And my house is a place of like, you just see our personality vomited all over the place, and I'm into that. It's my house. All the things I know, it's like you get to do all the things you want to do as a kid, like eat all the things you wanted to eat, like ice cream for dinner, but also like maybe have a panic attack and not sleep for 11 days because taxes are nerve wracking and what the hell are they still? Samesies. Isn't it fun? It's like a shit soup. That's how I feel in my office in the apartment. It's my space. Sometimes I leave my space as a mess and that's okay. It will get cleaned up. It's your space. It's one thing if you're using a public space and you're leaving a mess all over it, like a kitchen counter or something like that's different. But if it's your fucking space and you know you're coming back to it, I sometimes, like I said, like I was showing you guys those bracers with the pincushion stuff. I need to leave them out and look at them for a few days. That's how I kind of digest if they're done or if I want to do anything else to them. If I rush myself, I'm not. Yeah, I don't enjoy it. You know, I don't know. I love that we all just get to be our own little weird fruit basket on the inside now, right? It's the best. I have no one just saying, put it away, it's done, it looks great. Why do you keep questioning it? Why do you keep looking at it? Just put it away. You're done. Just stop it. I have no one doing that to me. It's just I get to decide. And that is freeing as fuck. I love that. Not that it'll ever be done, but I'll tell myself eventually, someday. Yes, I know. I think they're literally sitting by my back door pouting because the sun is out. It's one of those weird, like, it's completely overcast, but the clouds are like thick white snow clouds and the sun is shining super brightly through them. So it seems really bright, but I can already feel the cold busting through on my nut right now, and I'm nervous. Who the hell is live? That's weird. Dan says he's learning. That's where we're going. I love to watch someone learn. That sounds, yeah, get out of my head. Dan. I like that we all thought that at the same time. Domestic Dan is one of my oldest and dearest friends here on Twitch. He is also a variety caster, does whatever he wants, whatever all the time. Has really good conversations, an adorable corgi, a special needs cat that wears a cone 90% of its life. He's a chef. He has some lies in his freezer from 11 years ago. I can't even tell you. We've been around the same amount of time, but both look freakishly younger than we are. I don't get it. He looks so youthful. It's in the skin, I think. He dresses so like he's just got like I don't know what's a word that's less cringy than swag. He's got a swag about him. It's just like I'm envious. I'm envious. A dapper to him, a drip. Drip is the modern term for it, though. Isn't drip even more cringy? Isn't that what children say these days? They drip with things. The Riz, drip and Riz, I think, are youth, like youngies. I don't even know. He looks very he has like a classic. He just looks good. He looks fucking good. I don't know. We're getting weird about it. He looks great. He drips with the Riz, yo. Now get off my lawn! He's very stylish. Thank you. That's a good word. He has a very, very nice personal style that I've always very much admired, and it's clean. He's got that Gangnam style. Jesus Christ, that's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of my life. He truly does, though. And what's crazy, he's a chameleon. Like, with the beard, without the beard, suit, tie, suspenders, like looking classy, 20s, and or hoodie and a beanie. Still looks fucking classy. I don't get it. I'm jelly. I'm jelly. People often try to throw change in my coffee cup in public. That's all I'm saying. We're different people. Be nice to my friend Dan. He's one of my favorite people in the whole world. Come by tomorrow if you want to hang out in Alan Wake and Bake. Friday, as usual, sharing mass amounts of good music and good vibes and all the good things. Smoking the pot in the smokes. Nope. Get off my lawn.